Hello, welcome, happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you for the ongoing hype train, my closest friends and family. Before I start introducing myself and everyone at the table, the virtual table this evening, I want to thank Kelly for your resubscription. 19 months. 19. Thank you so much. Emlu, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your resub. 18 months. We love you. We appreciate you. Colin, thank you for the two gifted tier 1 subs. First to Hunter King Leo and to Calcifer, my bot. Thank you. So I really need to set that up to just auto subscribe at this point. Anyway, Calcifer, thanks you. If you're new here, just above my head is our stream buddy Calcifer. Yes, it is a play on Calcifer and it is a cat. If you are also new here, you probably don't know who I am. My name is Paige, and on Wednesdays, you can call me Dungeon Mom, because I have the privilege and honor of DMing my closest friends and family in our weekly D&D session that we like to call Don't Split the Party.
Don't split the party.
You had another subscription.
Oh, and Sarah, it didn't show up in between. Sarah, thank you so much for the resub for 19 months. I appreciate you guys. 19 months, tier 3, my only tier 3.
Well, isn't there another one too?
You, Emlu, Fafa, and 2 gifted from Bolger.
Oh, there were 2. I'm confused.
Hey, Sarah, you're my only tier 3 sub. Oh, and there's Kayleen. Thank you for the resub, Kayleen. 19 months. Really appreciate you. Sarah, you're my only... Oh, and there's Cheese City in the chat. Hey, Mom. That is my actual mother, everybody. Hello, Mom.
You gotta send Emlu. You gotta send Emlu.
It's been so long since I sent anybody. Emlu, our only friend. Our only friend in the chat. Sorry. I'm gonna time you out just for a little bit. It's tradition. We'll do 500 seconds, which I don't even think is very long. So we'll see you in a little bit, Emlu. Anyway, Sarah, you're my only tier 3 sub. What's the reward for being a tier 3 sub?
I'm your favorite.
Any other rewards? Anything tangible?
I guess you make me lunch one time.
Oh, okay.
I'll eat it.
You hear it here first, guys. Tier 3 sub, and I'll make you lunch. Whatever you want. One time. Every now and then.
Once a month.
Once a month. Well, you gotta keep the tier up. Anyway. Also, my dad says hi.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. They said, oh, that was Kelly. You guys must Fafa already. They must. Anyway. Oh, and just like that, right on time. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. We got a level 2. And I got a sweet emote. Thank you, guys. You're all my friends at this point. We're all friends anyway. I love you. Thank you for supporting me and supporting the stream. And I really appreciate you. Okay, let's talk about this group of people around me. They are, as I mentioned, my friends and family. Interchangeable at this point. If they're my friends, they're my family. If they're my family, they're my friends. And they are intrepid adventurers known as du jour. First up, they look super beautiful. It's Kayleen, who plays our sorcerer, Miss Stangerad.
I am Keeling, I play your sorcerer, Miss Stangerad, and I've known Paige for about 11 years, and a fun fact about Paige is that, much like, I think it's a gecko, maybe it's a chameleon, if you do cut off one of her limbs, over time another will sprout in its place.
I know this is hard to believe, but we have already started to repeat fun facts. Someone has said that one about me. My limbs do grow back.
This time it's specifically that you're part lizard, though. Do you know, like, the lizard people?
Yeah,
who
I
control our
got
government?
Mm-hmm.
It's you.
It's forked. Yes, that's true. Yes, and they look super handsome today. It's Colin, who plays our paladin Glint. Hey, Colin.
Hello, I'm Colin. I play Glint, and fun fact about Paige is that limb that gets cut off, it actually grows a second, smaller Paige.
Yes. What?
It doesn't usually have quite as many memories as like the original Paige.
Yeah.
But it does retain some of her personality.
Yeah. And that's how I teach the world how to play my chaotic version of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Paige Alpha. Get ready, folks. Next up, thank you, Colin. Next up, they look super handsome today. It's Wesley, who plays our barbarian Buttons. Hey, Wes.
Thanks, because all I've been thinking about today is that I know of 2 seasons. One is sweater weather, the other is sweatier weather.
Yeah, me.
Anyway, I'm Wes, but on Wednesdays, call me Buttons.
Hell yeah.
Known Paige for about 11 years. Fun fact about Paige, she is actually the original Rinny. For those who don't know, a Rinny is someone that does Rin fairs all the time. She is the original, and this has gone on for so long and gotten so complex that is why we have modern culture, is because this is just a Rin fair within a Rin fair within a Rin fair.
Yeah. Gear up, everybody. It's Run Fair season. And I've already been to 2. Keep a tally. I should put a tally on stream of how many Run Fairs I've been to this season. I don't think it'll be that impressive. What? Oh,
It's all a Rin fair.
It's all Run Fair. Every day is a Run Fair. Thank you, Wes. Next up, they look very beautiful today. It's Kelly, who plays our bard Phineas. Hey, Kelly.
The fairest of the land. Hi, it's me,
Hi.
Kelly. I play Phineas, our bard, known Paige for 30 years. Fun fact about Paige. We recently ordered Chinese food, and she took my dumpling, and now she owes me a dumpling or a dumpling equivalent.
I see what you're doing there. You're doing a Bo Burnham outtakes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's funny is I ordered dumplings and she didn't have any, and I was like, "Man, we could have done the Bo
That's actually
Burnham."
what happened.
I said, "I wish we could have done the Bo Burnham thing. It'd been really funny if you took one of my dumplings," and she didn't. That's the real fun fact. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
They weren't good anyway. You wouldn't have wanted them. I didn't. Anyway, next up, they look very beautiful today. It's Victoria, who plays our wizard Bira. Hey, Victoria.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I play our wizard Bira, and I look very beautiful today. It's affirmations.
Yes.
Fun
repeat it
fact
after
about
me.
fun fact about Paige. Paige is left-handed.
That is true. Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
It. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all you need. Next up, they look very handsome today. It's Matt, who plays our druid Kieran. Hey, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I play our druid Kieran, and I've known Paige for 11 and a half-ish years. Fun fact about Paige. So I feel like at this point we're just sort of compiling Paige mythology. So one Paige story that we have is that Paige was bored. There wasn't a lot of chaos going on in the universe, and she decided to create both vampires and werewolves at the same time to give us that eternal feud. So if you ever engaged in Team Edward versus Team Jacob, you have Paige to thank.
Yeah. Yeah, and another, if I could add on to that, I wasn't happy with the progress my mythology was building in the world, so every night I snuck into Stephanie Meyer's bedroom and just whispered her the concept of Twilight so that one day she would turn it into a book, and then it became a movie. And, you know, that, if I could walk away with anything, my crowning achievement is that Twilight exists. Yeah.
That's a big achievement in my opinion.
Okay, good. Next up, they look very beautiful today. It's Sarah, who plays our monk Brick. Hey, Sarah.
Paige. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. I play our monk named Brick. Y'all opened the door to Twilight. Y'all screwed up. Someone mentioned Twilight. Now you're ruined. Now I'm going to go on for 3 hours. No. Fun fact about Paige. She is the screenwriter for the new film Moonchild, which is the 5th adaptation of the Twilight series.
That's right.
Turned to film.
Yeah, that wasn't even a whispering it in a dream to Stephanie Meyer. I just said, give it to me. It's mine.
Finally, it's happening.
Yeah.
A sound writer, Melissa Rosenberg, eat ass!
Hold on tight. Fuck you. It's ours. Okay, next up, they look very beautiful today. It's you, Chad. You're beautiful. Okay. I'm done.
I was like...
No, I did, everybody. Except Chat. You're beautiful, too. Thanks for the hype train, guys. Okay, let's talk about Dungeons & Dragons. If you don't know, Dungeons & Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game. You roll dice.
You're just gonna give us the whole how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
You
I'm like,
roll
oh.
dice, and depending on what class you have, it determines what type of dice you roll sometimes. And there are many classes. Yes, and we might have physical dice, but tonight the group has promised they're all rolling in D&D Beyond. Oh, I dropped my dice! The dangers! For combat.
What did you roll?
I dropped it on the keyboard, so I could not tell you. I immediately picked it up out of fear that I was closing my stream. Anyway, we've started a new tradition, which is the person who won DM Inspiration last session has the privilege, truly, of giving us the recap. Also, Emlu's free. Welcome back, Emlu. Hope you enjoyed the Underground. It's been so long. But Victoria, you were given the honor of getting the DM Inspiration last week. So would you like to recap us in the chat on last week's session?
Sure. And here's what you missed on. Don't split the party. So last week, our brave adventurers realized that that's us. Realized that the things we fear were inside us the whole time. We started with Professor Hornsby canceling the rest of the classes for the day and took us to his office where he requested 2 students join us, a past raiser and a duff speaker. While we waited for them to arrive, Vera, that's me, was offered comfort and backup from her friends, my friends, and then the ritual began. The first attempt trying to draw the spirit into my charm bracelet, my spellcasting focus, didn't work, so he called to another student. This one could make anything out of ink. She crafted an ink sprite, and this time the ritual worked. The sprite morphed into an inky vision of a woman who could only be heard by me via mind link. I learned more about myself, and I was given a choice: continue with learned magic or venture into something new, and I chose to pursue this new magic with Vacri Aloro, my spirit tool, I guess. To keep things from getting too intense and heavy, we said goodbye to Professor Hornsby and set off on a wee quest led by Finn. Finn wanted Buttons to be properly initiated into du jour. And how would it be? Combat by swords? By spells? By chairs? To properly initiate Buttons, Finn knew what was needed: a button-sized chair for the Deed House dining room. Buttons chose one with a quirk, and there will always be buttons tucked under the cushions. As our episode closed, we set off campus to meet with Babe after receiving a message from that very sad and probably angry turtle. And that's what you missed on Glee.
I thought it was vengeful turtle.
Yes,
I love
he could
that
be vengeful.
so much more. Wonderful recap. Thank you so much, Victoria. That is right, you guys. Du jour is heading, is essentially following a map written by Babe on a campus scrap of paper, like a gift map essentially for visitors. And on the map and in the message, it said to find the Nexus. And the map is leading you just off campus, just beyond the Fortrix campus that you had originally met him at, just earlier this day, actually. And sorry, before I keep going, Emily said cue Glee, the buttas, you know, the voices. Well done. That's it. Oh, I just had like a very visual memory of a lot of people on a floor watching Glee in the common room, and I think Emily was there. So that's so wild. Flashback. Okay, so
Full circle.
we made it. It's 10 years later at this point. 11 years later. Okay, so the map is a bit cryptic, even though it is drawn on the campus, quite literally a campus map for visitors. There are symbols and directions that aren't quite direct. Any ideas du jour on how to decipher this map that leads to the Nexus?
What kind of symbols?
Well, they're unfamiliar symbols. It depends on what you draw on, I would say, to dictate what kind of check you want to make.
Well, is that tongues? Damn it, never mind.
I see Wes unmuted too.
Go ahead. I'm all out of ideas.
I was just gonna go pirate and say, we hold a flame behind it.
Okay. I want you to roll a perception check for me, Wes.
Alrighty. This is my perception. Bad. Oh my god, I should start lying more.
Now's your chance.
That was a
The
3. That was a 3 plus 5. I need to roll in D&D Beyond anyway, huh? That's an 8. I use a, what's it called?
Guardiancy. We're gonna have to eat them anyway.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna use it.
Guardiancy.
Wait, how do I roll in?
Is it true if you don't
Oh.
use it, you lose
You
it?
lose it? Yes.
Yes, so I'm rolling in D&D Beyond. Do I just click that?
You should just
Does
be
that
able
do
to click where it
Click
says
on-
perception.
Hey!
Hold tight, let me.
17
Yep.
plus 5 is 22!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. Sorry, I just realized my. Oh no, it's there the whole time. I should say, where's my D&D Beyond tab?
Buttons will snap his fingers and a little flame on the tip of his finger behind the thing.
Ah,
I don't know if actually people actually do that. That's cool, but either that or he lights a stick. One or the other. But do
whatever
that.
you prefer. Yeah.
Wait, hold it behind.
Okay. The flame definitely emphasizes the markings that Babe added to the picture. So if what I'll say, I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting to the role. What you will see is that Babe made what looks to be multiple different ways to get to the Nexus and erase some, as if he was thinking through and reconsidered that maybe like, oh, this way to the left and up isn't right. This way directly up won't right, and it's kind of maneuvered to this kind of glyphs of symbols. But the symbols. Sorry, my computer is freaking out. But the symbols themselves aren't decipherable through that method. But you do have a sense that this isn't. He tried multiple ways to communicate how to get you guys to the Nexus.
He be a logistical genius in his routing.
Yeah, he's super smart. Hello, Fusca. Welcome to the stream. Happy to see you back, man. Any other ideas?
Well, I don't
We-
have scrying prepared. Otherwise, we could just do that. But
Is that turtle still around?
Yeah, he's just handed it to you, and it's been like a solid minute, and he's already turned and walked like very slowly, like 3 steps away from you guys.
Glint does like that like loud sharp whistle.
You see, like, shudders. What do you want?
Where is this?
Screw you, man.
Um,
I skipped class thinking I had a shot at the Godai order. Do you know how long it took me to get there?
I cast
Hours!
command and I say tell.
What is that? What does he have to do? A wisdom save?
Yeah, he's probably pretty good at that. But yeah, wisdom save DC 15.
Gee, I wish I could lie, but that is a not one, baby. God damn it. Fucking hell. Okay, what do you tell him? What's the command?
I said tell.
And what are you having him try to answer?
Well, so it's in the context of I can give a one-word command, and it's in the context of me asking how to get to this place. So I'm hoping that he interprets my one-word command as telling us how to get there.
You would see what does that look like when you cast command on somebody, Glint?
When Clint casts command as a paladin of Joaquin, he actually just shakes his money bag at them.
Okay. As the coins kind of clink together in the satchel on your side, you'll see the embarrassment, the humiliation and anger on the turtle's face kind of wash away, and a plastic kind of face is there, and he's like, I don't know. a good idea, though.
Does the map have anything like besides the symbols? And does it point to where like X marks a spot as like the Nexus?
Phineas, just do an intelligence check. Just do an intelligence check. Just an intelligence check for me, please. It's just the amount of times I tried to say intelligence check.
Maybe that's a nat 1 on these new dice, so that's a 3.
There's
Can
no...
I use a bardic inspiration, guys?
No, you can't do a bardic inspiration.
Use a
not
DM
a bardic,
inspiration, yeah.
DM inspiration.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, we're rolling through these boys. Let's try again with the other dice.
Kelly, remember?
Hey, roll D&D Beyond!
But I like using my dice.
But we want a Vorpal sword.
We're not getting
combat.
a Vorpal sword. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll roll it in there. 11.
There's no X on the map.
Okay.
You would register that the symbols are not they're not common.
Wait a second. Does it look like this? Sorry, Kel, you can go. You can do what you're.
No, go ahead.
Does it look like the symbols are arranged in, like, are they spread out from each other on the map?
Are the symbols?
Are the symbols spread out from each other on the map?
Not particularly. No, they're not. Like they don't like mark a large portion of the map.
Is there, if I like trace, is there a place in that all of this symbol, like, can I find a center point? Because you think, I'm thinking the word nexus, like maybe it's the center of all of these drawn symbols.
Do a wisdom check for me.
Okay, just straight at wisdom?
Yeah, just straight wisdom.
Oppie dopey. Wisdom. That's a 19, baby. Rolled it in D&D Beyond.
Okay. Though there's not one point in the map where you kind of connect the dots and you see they all intercross in one place. There's not that, but what you do notice, Kieran, is although you're not sure where you're heading, you see that one of the points indicates practically the center of campus, more particularly the Star Arch above the library.
I will indicate that to the rest of the group. I mean, it's as good a place as any to start.
Okie dokie. What was the lore behind Star Arch? I forget.
It was like created when Astremians was created as like a feat of magical engineering. There's more to it, obviously, because of the pool, but I don't think we know. I don't remember much more.
That's not the. Okay.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I could be completely wrong.
So we head to the Star Arch.
To the Star Arch.
Okay, you arrive just to the outskirts of the Great Library, and it's been so long that I forgot what we were calling it. Something like German-esque.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that crucial. It just if anyone had it on the top of their brain. You arrive out to the outskirts of the library. Just above it, hovering almost perfectly symmetrically above it, are several large stone slabs that kind of make like a haloing effect just above, which is what many people consider a Star Arch. What's that, Kayleen?
Starch. Star art. Starch.
Starch.
Pushing my starch agenda.
The number of stone pillars around the stone arch, is it equal to the number of points that are on the map?
No. Good question, though.
Yeah. Do we see anything that stands out that wasn't here last time we were in this area?
Without getting into rolls, no. There's nothing specific that looks different. It's just interesting that of all the points in the campus, one of the points he leads you to is, maybe we're not sure whether it's that he's leading you to the library or that he's leading you to a star arch.
Is the star arch made out of stone?
Yes, the pillars are stone.
Can I like look at the stone and get a sense of the material?
Not this far away.
Can I get closer to it, or?
Yeah, well, you could. I'm not saying that you're not physically capable. It's just on the top of the giant library, and the library is like, one of the taller buildings on the main campus, and they hover even from this, like from the floor, like just above with where the library stands. The stones hover like probably 15 feet off the top of the library, like suspended in midair.
How high up is that?
It would be like over 100 feet.
Do I see like a bird sitting up there?
On the star arches?
No, like sitting up on the rooftop that touches the star.
Sure, yeah, there's some birds up on the building.
Can I try to pierce it with my spear?
You want to pierce
We've done this.
You want to pierce a bird with your spear.
Yeah, that's sitting on top of the roof. Can I try to throw that?
You certainly
Spear.
can. I'm just trying to what I'd like to know your thinking. Like, what's your theory?
Because if I hit the bird, I can teleport to it, and then I can be on top of the tower.
Okay. I'm starting to second guess making the map a bit of a puzzle.
No, we'll get it. Don't worry, we're real smart.
Sarah, you are more than welcome to throw the spear at the bird sitting on the top of the.
Picking up vibes, like I probably shouldn't do that, so I'm gonna say no.
No. I'm
No,
gonna
do
yes
it,
and
please.
anything you guys do. It's not breaking my game if you kill a bird.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw it.
All right, Brick. I need you to roll to hit. Also, while we're sitting here, guys, if you haven't, haven't done a shout out. Fusca, you guys need to watch Fusca stream. She is a DM. She does stream her D&D content, and it's fucking cute. So let me give her a shout out too while she's here.
It's with disadvantage because of the distance. So
Okay.
my disadvantage is 13. Does a 13 hit a bird?
Yes, a 13 will hit a bird.
Hell yeah! So you'll see Brick throw her spear using the Strike of the Sun feature. When I successfully hit a creature with this weapon, I speak my command word, which is Ahoti, which invokes the essence of the desert sun as part of your attack. The creature makes a con saving throw.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it fail.
Yeah,
What
it fails, and they take 2d4 plus 2 radiant damage and are blinded until the end of the next turn.
What does that look like?
That's not right. No, that's not right. Sorry.
Sarah, what does that look like when Brick throws their spear? You're getting stuck on the technicals.
Sorry,
You killed a
this is
bird.
my-
What does it
This
look
is my
like?
first time using my magical historical heritage background story item. I'm excited. I imagine, is the sun still up?
Yes.
So I imagine as Brick pulls this kind of like leathered and dusty, not well kept spear, just the edge of the arrowhead glistens in the sun as she arches it up. And there's a moment where as she releases it with her full momentum, there's like a flare of light out the back of it as this thing swirls kind of unevenly, like it's not perfectly balanced, and it definitely not meant for this kind of pole vaulting. Spears this like small sparrow into the side of the tile of the rooftop, and all of a sudden you see Brick blink and she's up there next to her spear.
I feel like when you do that, like all of us are just kind of like sitting around looking at the map, just like calmly talking, like, "Hey guys, what do you think this all means?" And all of a sudden, we just hear you unsheath this thing, throw it, and then we look over and you're like on the fucking arch,
Like over 100 feet above you guys on top
There's like
of
a
the
glare
library.
in your eyes as like Brick suddenly is on top. The sun streaming behind her from the top of the roof. I killed the bird from the top.
Okay.
Do we just let her be up there?
Frick, how are you gonna get down from there?
We don't. Maybe I don't know if we want to draw attention to ourselves.
I would
Yelling, but
Don't jump.
Don't jump.
Don't jump.
Don't jump.
I
Just a
swear
couple.
to God.
Dwight, you ignorant slut. Sorry, you're doing it.
Anyway, that's my point. I'm gonna pull my spear out of the tile and the dead bird. Save the bird for later.
Of course.
And,
Of course.
I want to investigate the stone. I want to put my hand to it and like get a
But
sense of stone masonry.
They still hover about 15 feet above the church. So I did mention that before, or the library. Library.
Can I use a key
Church of
point?
knowledge. Book knowledge.
Can I use a key point to do Step of the Wind and get some extra jump distance?
How much will that let you get to it?
It doubles my jumping speed and I can jump 10 feet. So with Step of the Wind, I can jump 20 feet.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm questioning your use of resources, but okay.
What do you mean?
Fair enough.
All
Step of the
right.
Wind, I spend a key point and I can dash as my bonus action, and your jump distance
Hey.
is double for this turn.
Question: how often can you use the spear effect?
It doesn't limit it. This is a free action that can be part of the attack and be used once per
No.
round. Once per round.
No way. There's no way
Because
I
you
wrote
told
once
me.
per round. There's no fucking way.
That's what you wrote.
There's no fucking way I wrote once per
Don't
round.
take this. I just got it.
Dude, there's no way I'm letting you do it once per round.
Hey, I want to move all over the battlefield everywhere.
Why am I being punished? I was
You're
just
not
using
being
the step-
punished. You're being put to a standard. You can't do that every round. It was a free magic item. You can't do this. It's once per day.
She can jump though, right? You can jump into your key point. You get all
Of
up.
course she can use her
Good
key
job.
points. I'm just... The spear... There's no way I let you do a sun effect more than unlimited. That makes no sense. I've ruined her day.
Sarah, it's gonna be okay.
Just got it. I haven't even. This is my first time using it.
Guess
Yeah,
what? Tomorrow you can
that's
use
why I
it too.
asked these questions.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to check out the stones. What are you looking for specifically on the stones?
I'm gonna jump and try to grab on.
Yeah,
and I just want
totally.
to see like the make of them, how old the stonework is, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And because I'm a dwarf, do I get advantage on it
You
because
would.
of my?
Well, you're doing this thing where we took that out of your character sheet pretty specifically because you didn't want... We made dwarf lore different. But I'd say because you're so close to the rock, I'll let you get proficiency or advantage. God, I'm struggling because I'm getting the Sarah look where she's disassociating from my D&D game. Yeah, so I want you to roll a nature check actually with advantage.
Six.
How much? 606?
06.
Brick, these rocks are really old. There are no clear engravings on them, nothing cut into them or rosen in them, nothing that indicates that it was touched or adjusted by man. You feel natural grooves in the arch you cling to. And you feel no difference of where this one particular arch hovers in place with the others when you jump a hold, meaning like essentially it doesn't like there's no buoyancy to it with the weight you've altered. Like it stays essentially in place once you jumped onto it.
These stones are old as bars. I shout
What?
down from the tower. These stones are old as bars.
I'm worried she's gonna fall and hurt herself.
I think she's gonna jump.
Pardon me. You said they stay in place.
Yeah.
The stones. Yeah, never mind. I jumped down
Um,
from the stone to the rooftop because I'm
Okay.
up in the air 15 feet.
as she's jumping off the stone, I'm turning into a giant eagle.
Let's
I'm
do it, guys.
using wild shape
TPK today, baby.
Giant eagle, and flying up to the rooftop.
Great. I
Um,
love what this is quickly becoming.
Me too. Question: aren't there like multiple star arches on campus? Like, isn't there
There's
one in
the
the
big-
common?
Phineas, what a marvelous question. There are more than one star arch in the campus.
Are the number of star arches equal to the number of symbols that are on the map?
I don't know if you know that, but a quick check could confirm.
Hey, Bira, do you know how many star arches are on campus?
I do know that. I just don't. It should be one for each campus, right?
No, not quite actually.
Oh,
More than that.
Is that turtle still around?
No, he's taking the hint. When
one of
command
them-
fades, do they know they've been? Is it kind of like when? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So definitely not.
Are one of the robot dudes there?
Yes, there are several construct like automatrons nearby.
Constructs? How you doing today? Do you know how many star arches there are on campus? And if you don't know the answer, can you find me a book that has that answer?
As it starts to like wheel away into the library, it's pretty quick that the automatron returns with on its trade hands a very tall stack of books, indicating several notable locations on campus and across a die of star arches.
Are there any symbols associated with those different things or anything regarding the symbols in the book?
No symbol matching, but if you flip open the book specific to campus locations, you could definitely get an answer as to how many star arches are on campus.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna take a few minutes while we have people up in the air. Gonna browse through that book. First, I'll count how many are on campus. And then if I have the time, I'll also see how many are off campus or in a day.
Okay. There are, in the book, it lists 8 star arches on the entire Estremium's campus.
Okay.
I'd say I wouldn't... You could start reading about other star arches across the world, but I would say that's a little bit more reading. You're quickly just trying to get a tally. So yeah, 8 star arches on campus.
And does that match the number of symbols that are on the map?
It doesn't. It's off by 1.
Off by 1. Is the...
I want you to make... Do you have anything in intelligence with proficiency?
Sure I do.
You're a bard, so you probably should.
I have proficiency or half proficiency in everything, so...
What's half proficiency mean?
Or double... What? Half proficiency. I have half proficiency.
Yeah, jack of all trades. You have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's half
Bards
proficiency mean, though?
Bards get to add half their proficiency bonus to every single skill.
That's what I meant. I quite literally needed. What's the mechanic of half proficiency?
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't grasp.
Okay. Is that already added on D&D Beyond? I never really changed it.
Yes. The bard class does do it. Yep.
Yeah.
So pick an intelligence check for me, and you're gonna roll it with advantage.
Okay, I think I'm going to do investigation. I have a +6. I'll roll it.
I actually like that.
Investigation.
In D&D Beyond, there's 1. So that's a dirty 20 and a dirty 8.
Dirty 20 will do it. Phineas, you quickly spot check the locations listed in the book of star arches and the marks on the map, and you're quickly able to determine that the marks match the general locations of 8 of the star arches. The first one being the library you stand under.
So like if I were to lay a map of the arches and this over top each other, the marks would match up with the arches? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not like a direct, like you pull them out from the book type of thing. But yes, like as you're like, okay, this one's here, you circle. Yep, that's one mark. There.
Okay.
And the last remaining mark on the map, unidentified to a star arc, is what you determine.
There's one less. There's one less.
There's one
on
more
the map.
mark.
There's one more mark on the map that Babe gave you than star arches in the book.
Oh, so there's 9. There's 9.
9 marks.
Okay.
And 8
I thought
star
you said-
arches listed.
I thought when you said it that it was the opposite, that there were more star arches than there were marks. Hey guys, so all of these marks match up, it looks like, with the star arches. But funny thing is there's like an extra mark on this map that isn't a star arch, so maybe that's where we need to go. Guys, did I solve the
Wait.
mystery?
Kayleen, Victoria.
Yes, you did. Let's just go there.
Yay!
And what's the worst that happens? We keep Babe waiting. He
We
has time
die.
magic. Oh.
Can you travel
Eh.
to the star arches?
What?
Can you travel? Like, I feel like the star arches are portals. Are they portals?
No.
But then why would they be like different locations on each campus?
I've explained to you why people theorize why star arches exist.
You're right. Okay. Fair enough. You guys want to come down? We're gonna go. I think we solved the part.
Yeah,
The
so-
puzzle.
So I fly up, and basically, if I can, I want to try to catch Brick as she's jumping from the rocks to the roof, and if not, then I'll land and present myself as a ride back down.
You'll see Brick disgruntledly go, and kind of just jump into the talons.
Okay, that was,
Deliver me.
Right, so I'm gonna swoop down, drop Brick, and stay in eagle form just in case it might be useful to get us there.
Okay. Is what does Buttons think of all this, Wes? You're muted.
Muted. Buttons is in.
He's in. Okay.
Let's do this thing.
Cool.
Do this thing.
Okay. I love it. All right, DeJour, you head to the mark on the map. Left from your quick comparison of the books from the library. And it's a little bit of a trek, so those who maybe aren't interested in trekking might enjoy Kieran in giant eagle form. How many people can you hold that time?
So it doesn't give me an I looked up the stats for the giant eagle. It doesn't quite say. It says I have a strength of 16, which is +3, and I am a large creature.
Okay, so probably between like 2 or 3 of the smaller
Yeah.
ones. That's my guess. Okay.
Like I could probably take Brick, Bira, and Finn or Mest. Maybe.
Maybe not Nest. She's tall, girl.
Yeah, I could take Brick, Bira, and Finn.
Okay. That's completely up to you guys. I'm just mentioning, as you guys check, the campus leads you past the outskirts of the fortress campus. And if you follow the path kind of indicated, you pass by, it's a bit of a sightseeing tour because you see several other star arches across Astremium campus. Some sit over buildings like the library, some stand alone. Without any kind of marker indentation around it. People almost essentially leaving space when it's closer to like the coming and going of the school itself, leaving it just kind of like a wide bearing. After over an hour, you start to head to almost kind of like a hill or like mountainous area, and you get to the top of a small, I'm saying mountain. Mountains can be pretty small too, though. A small mountain on the edge of the Fortrix campus that matches the indication on the map. And as you make your way to the top, you can see that at the top of this mountain, there is several stone pillars similar to the star arches. However, these star arches, these stones, these pillars, are not hovering above the ground like you've seen at every other star arch so far. These are firmly planted in the ground. The rock and earth kind of surrounding it, and instead of the arches forming an arch, they form a circle. And in the center of this circle, is what looks to be a very large tree where the trunk has been cut for a long time. And on the center of that tree trunk is a figure, legs crossed, sitting center. And I'm going to throw you guys over to roll 20.
This is still on campus, right?
It's
You said it was
technically
Nexus,
just outside of campus.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold tight. Gonna go there. I am bringing you to the Nexus.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What
Let
the
me zoom in a bit.
There's baby. Wait,
Yeah.
is that like baby babe? Or babe
It's
babe?
student babe, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I only have
No,
one
I just-
icon to keep things consistent.
I get it.
Reading into it a bit, I didn't tell you babe was there. Stop metagaming, Kelly.
Fucking sorry!
Christ.
And yes, Phineas, with your wonderful perception check, you see that on the other side of this cross-legged figure is the very familiar baby babe, as we're calling him, student babe, whom we've asked, who's asked to meet you here.
Hey, baby babe. We're here.
Hello, come. He like gestures you over. And-
I drop out of eagle form.
Okay. You can see as you kind of round anyone who's coming over. You can see sitting, as I mentioned, cross-legged on. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the map so much, guys. I wanted you to just give you a visual. God, it's not that serious.
You gave us a map. We're very committed now.
I forgot how much I hate that.
I
We're
moved
all
by
I can-
15 feet to be next.
We're
to
not
babe. I'm
turn
5
order.
feet from babe.
Guys, we're not in turn order yet, I promise. Nothing's happening. Guys, chill out. I promise everything's okay.
No chill, no chill.
All right. As I was saying, at the center of this tree trunk, you see what looks to be an elderly woman, an orc. Her sullen cheeks kind of sag and practically cover her mouth. You can see her jowls kind of fold under her face as well. She sits with her eyes closed, her hands kind of resting on her side, and you can see Babe looks actually a little impatient, almost relieved by your appearance. It seems that he's been waiting here for a little bit. Not for you necessarily, but maybe for this woman at the center of the Nexus.
Sorry if it took us a little bit. It took us a little bit to figure out your puzzle. Why couldn't you just tell us where we were supposed to meet up?
Well, you don't tell people secrets. Secrets need to be kept secret.
Right. Okay. So what you got for us?
This is the Mage Emeritus.
Okay.
Oh.
He looks at you, Bira. He looks to you, Bira, rather expectantly. Bira, you know what that the title Mage Emeritus means. It is a title. Of course. It is a title of great honor, and it's usually only applied to those wizards who've taught, who've been deans at Estremiums, and who have since retired. And not even all retired deans get this title. And at any living generation, there's usually only one Mage Emeritus at a time. So it's essentially like a title of great honor and intelligence.
Oh, at Babe's words then, Vera kind of bows her head a little bit, and a pleasure to meet you.
I would definitely mimic Bira's mannerisms.
Just
Okay.
it would be like a My Lady head nod level of head nod, but minus all of the things that go with that.
Okay. You bow to a woman whose eyes are closed. I don't know how you feel. How does Bira feel about that?
I have no doubt that even with her eyes closed, she probably is aware of her surroundings excruciatingly.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? Seeing a lot of hot though emotes in the chat. Jesus.
I'm looking at this tree trunk, trying to get a sense of it, and if it's, like sometimes natural elements are used for rituals and stuff like that. I want to get a sense if it seems to be one of those spaces that there's any like power emanating from the tree itself.
The trunk of the tree?
The trunk of the tree, because it seems to be like webbed out all in this like henge.
I'll have you make a nature check for me.
Okie dokie. I roll. I get, it's a 10.
Nothing particularly like implores you to investigate the tree further.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's no like acknowledgement or voice out of the old elderly orc woman at the center of this kind of gathering of Dejor and Babe, as Bira and Phineas bow. Do I really need to say if the NPC's hot or not? Saw so many chicks. Amla's asking for the Hot Wheel, and let me see.
Boy.
Throwback.
We haven't had the Hot Wheel in forever.
I know.
I don't even have it on this overlay. Can you believe it? Give me a second. I have the website open. I just have to. I feel like hold tight. Hot Wheel. Give me a second. I will add it really quick to the overlay. I have to change the colors on this one now. Where's my browser? I think I called it Hot Wheel.
In the meantime, Buttons is going to lean down to Brick and say, "What be a Megaramidus?"
I think it is like Lint. She is the chief.
Be the captain.
This is not my Hot Wheel. Wait a second.
Who put their Hot Wheel on Paige's computer?
It's not. This isn't my wheel. It's pulling the wrong wheel.
This is not my lovely wife. This is not my Hot Wheel.
Yeah. Here, I'll have to. Damn. Why is it not pulling my thing? Wait, can I do a refresh? No. Okay, give me a second, guys. This is crucial. We need to get this right.
We need to get down to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Stat.
What if I tell you I just roll it and I tell you what it says? Can you trust me? Can you all trust me? Okay. I'm rolling it. Guys, I rolled Java but not hot.
Oh.
Guys, officially the orc woman in front of you is Jabba the not hot.
Wheel works. Wheel
Trust
wills.
the wheel. The wheel wills.
The wheel wills as
works.
the wheel weighs. Woos.
Yes.
As the wheel
Okay.
goes.
Whizzle.
Flows.
You can see
Weaves.
Weaves as the wheel will.
Babe will kind of lean over to you, Mest. Pretty important. Gestures over to the orc.
Do you want me to bow?
No. I just know you tend to scare people, so like, be on good behavior.
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Okay, just... I doubt you want to follow along with me, but follow after me?
Okay.
And then he leans... Who's on the other side of Babe? I wasn't following where people sat either. Sorry, I'm not looking at the map.
I think I am.
Okay, he'll lean over to you, Brick, and go, follow after me. Okay. All right. Great Emeritus.
Right on the way.
Great Emeritus.
Oh boy.
I bring you fated adventures. They come seeking your wisdom. After me. He whispers back to you, Brick. He's kind of playing along.
Please.
We hate to bother you, but do you have some time to answer some of our questions?
Can you in?
You see her eyes open, and they're essentially just like very thinly open. The skin kind of sags, like where her eyelids would be have even sagged over her eyes. So it's a very like hooded look, and she kind of looks at you all. Despite all the wrinkles, the eyes are a crisp blue, almost like a robin's egg blue. So you can see these bright colored eyes underneath as they kind of glare at you all, looking at you. And for those who could care less about what Mage Emeritus means, a scary, intimidating lady glaring at you might have some effect. And this woman, her vision kind of cuts through you. She looks like she can kind of sum you up with one look. You see her kind of like smack her lips together, through which you see what's not even two orc fangs, just one orc fang kind of left. The rest are all gums. All right, what questions do you have for me?
Sorry, did you say faded?
Yeah, Babe leans over. Yeah, that's the thing. I was doing a little reading, and I hate to say it, but I think I told you so. So why don't you just listen to the smart lady?
Oh.
Max will lead to Babe, like, do you think she knows about the rocks?
I told her.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind. He kind of looks nervously across you.
What do you know of the chaos that's coming to burn the world?
You can see she constantly is licking her lips, like her mouth is just too dry. I don't want to keep doing it. Yeah, well, she's not crusty. She's
She's crispy
Not
and
a-
crusty.
Crispy
She's-
and crusty.
she's Jabba the Not Hot. You guys respect this woman. What she lacks in look, she makes up for in goddamn power. Okay.
And crust.
And crust. Okay. Again, the same thing. Her eyes kind of close as she looks for the answer. It's not that she's not present. It seems as if she is reaching out to something to like collect her thoughts. You know what I mean? As she answers. So there's like a delay as you all kind of lean in, like anticipatory, like waiting for the response. And she'll say, I'm very bad at this voice, so I'm going to try to work into it a bit better. This old lady voice. Any tips is appreciated.
Just Jennifer Coolidge with your teeth covered by your lips.
I just want a hot dog real bad. Is that okay? Okay. The world will end. Very soon.
The world will end very soon. Sorry, it's just hard to hear you.
I'm gonna talk normal because I'm very worried about
Yeah.
this.
Sorry.
No, I needed this. The world will end very soon.
Very soon.
Yes.
Is there a way to prevent that?
There could have been. I think it's too late now. And she says it rather calmly.
What?
From what the young man told me, you were already aware of this. Why does this news concern you now?
No.
We were under the impression that there were things that could be done.
Yeah, there's still time.
Sorry, I thought I heard someone unmute, so I thought someone was going to talk, and I didn't want to. Yeah. Time can never can never be requested. You can't add more of it. Maybe when I was a kid, there was more time. There's enough time. You've made a valiant effort, but it's too late now.
What comes after?
Well, that's an interesting question. I would say utter destruction of the entire, not even world, of everything.
We be needing more time, or could we just do the time again? We've seen Babe as a kid and we've seen Babe as an old man. Sorry.
Old. He looks at you, rather confused.
Distinguished, I call it.
It
Did
was
your
old.
lifespan be very short?
Yeah, he doesn't grow 6 feet. He's short little king. Okay. She roll Buttons, roll a insight check for me.
Roll 20. Beyond. 20 beyond. I just click on insight?
Mm-hmm.
And where's the roll button?
You might want, there's like a little chat box in the top right. I usually like lock it on so it stays open on the right hand side.
Oh, da, 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 da.
You hit the whatever your bonus after your insight is, that should roll it for you.
You hit the plus whatever it is.
Yeah.
Ah. Ooh. Not one!
Your luck carries over with you. Sorry.
Okay, never mind.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you kind of described her as like being very like focused. I've spent a lot of time studying Bira and staring at Bira. Does the way Bira like casts spells, does this give the same vibe, like she's focusing on like magic or spell casting similar to Bira when I've watched Bira cast spells?
I need to be a little bit more specific in regards to like Bira casting spells. Now that last session we've distinguished that Bira is essentially learning 2 avenues of magic. So what do you mean?
Or more learned magic, I guess we call it.
It's like wizard, like traditional wizard.
Wizardry.
Yes. You see, she is a wizard. Yes, so she is kind of honing in on those abilities.
I'm just kind of see if she's like actively casting a spell or like focusing on like a ritual spell or something. Same mannerisms, kind of like I've seen Vera.
Oh, she's not actively casting anything. No, because most spells are going to either have somatic or verbal or something. You're not seeing anything as if she's casting a spell. No, I would try to describe that a bit better if she were.
Okay.
How long have you known the world will end?
Oh, long time.
You
And
do nothing.
I've done enough. I'm an old woman. I've done enough.
Enough to doom us all.
It is not just one's responsibility to save the world.
You didn't ask for help.
I asked for what I thought I could get. I didn't ask for too much.
This is a very resolved feeling about the end of time.
What?
This is a very resolved feeling about the end of time.
Thank you. Sometimes, and she's I mean, if you can't pick up on how she's communicating this rather negative perspective on such dire consequences, she's a bit of a pessimist. And you can see rather at this point, she's pretty dismissive of these questions. Like she's like, I'll answer your questions, but when it comes to like this ultimate threat of like the end of the world, the end of everything, she's like, it's not up to me.
What do you know about these rocks that have been showing up in Adirtha over different points in times? Apparently some are ancient and some are recent. Where do they come from, and how can we find them?
The Archaics believed that these rocks came from across the multiverse. Indications of the breaking beyond this world.
The breaking's beyond this world.
The breaking is everywhere.
Oh.
How singular of us to think it only happened here. It stretches out onward, outward, forever.
Besides these rocks, what other remnants of other places came here when everything broke?
It's not one point in time where everything melded together. It's like an explosion, but extended across time itself. And as other worlds break and crumble apart, lost forever, those stones outstretched to our world and other worlds. And these impacts is the evidence of that. Thank you, Plim, for your tier 1 subscription. Welcome to the stream. You caught us in the middle of some dramatic roleplay. You can see that Babe looks as discouraged as you. It's not that he was aware of this information before you were reading. He was quite literally standing here in silence, essentially, like after telling her everything he's learned from you guys and potentially what he's found. He goes, how many stones did you guys find?
3.
Madame Yuletul. Yuletul is her name. What did the Archaics think about these stones, these artifacts from other worlds? What could they do? I don't think they could do anything, she says, kind of after like struggling to find the right words.
That's not true.
Oh, really? Brick.
Phineas, roll an insight check for me. Go ahead, Matt.
Brick, would you like to show our friend what they can do?
Yeah.
Brick, I want you to hit as hard as you can.
You sure?
By all means. And I'm gonna, instead of the woman, I'm gonna be like, sorry, Babe, and grab Babe and hold his arm out for Brick to punch. And at the same time as you punch, I'm gonna use my boon of neutralizing grasp to negate almost all of the damage.
Oh.
I want to show what we can do, unless Sarah, you want to do what your thing can do.
I just didn't know I was punching Babe. I thought I was punching you.
Oh, you could punch me. Yeah, that's fine.
I was planning on punching you.
That's fine.
Because I don't really want to punch Babe.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so let's assume that works then. What does that look like when the two of you use two of the boons? I guess we've been calling them.
My boon just prevents me from being frightened, or so it's really his boon that's affecting. I do 8 bludgeoning damage when I punch you.
Great. As Brick's punch comes in, I am going to put my hand on my chest, and you see that a thin, like, wash of that green, that light green from the first boulder, sort of just like wash over and like, boom, like absorb some of the impact, absorb the impact of Brick's punch.
Okay. And Phineas, what was that insight check?
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Her eyes, those like bright blue eyes, watch the two of you, Kieran and Brick, as you activate this boon that the first rock, the first artifact crater you found kind of gifted. Phineas, you can see in the last statement that Yultul said, the mage emeritus here, essentially like the wise woman of wizards, the last statement she said in regards to what the rocks can do and how they can help. She said rather dismissively, I don't think they can do anything. You can tell she's lying. You can tell she's lying as she watches Kieran activate his boon of neutralizing grasp.
Sorry, Sarah, what is the plus that you have to your hit? Because it drops the dice damage all the way down to minimum.
It was a 4 plus 4.
Okay, great. So so I'll take 5 damage instead of the full 8.
Okay.
Okay.
With the knowledge of the insight check, Finn would say, you know, it's really hard to believe that one of the most powerful wizards in a day, probably a Dirtha, can brush off the end of the world like it's nothing. You say
What?
that only...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You said that, you know, it's not one person's responsibility to save the world, but I think it's 7 persons' responsibility to save the world, and I know we can. So you better fuss up some information, because I'm not gonna just turn over and let Celine and the rest of Adirtha crumble to another breaking or whatever else is coming for us.
And Babe would whisper kind of like encouragingly into your ear, Finn, like, make that 8, as you're like mentioning that it's up to the 7 of you. And Finn, as you turn to the mage emeritus, she kind of grinds what one tooth she has left with her gums. What is the point? You die. You die before you could fix it.
But I'm not gonna roll over and not do anything and watch the world crumble. I'd rather go out in a blaze of glory and watch all my friends go out in a blaze of glory before I just sit around and watch the world burn. I'm not like some men. I don't like to watch the world burn.
Oh. So you're just looking for a thrill. A little bit of adventure.
I'm not looking for a thrill. I'm trying to save my dad and all my friends. And I believe in de jure, and I believe that they can do anything. We, myself included, can do anything we set our minds to. So you better fess up some information.
You know what, Finn? It's
And
not
help
even
us.
worth. You know what, Finn? It's not even worth it. She's
No,
just
not me
no,
either.
she's a selfish old woman who's gonna die, so she doesn't feel any responsibility to help the world after she's gone.
You know,
Yeah.
I've
You're gonna
always-
blow up and you're just gonna be
Ju-
known as a boomer.
Just because we die doesn't mean that we can't make it better for other people.
I've always heard it is the older generation's fault for the end of times.
Are you gonna help us
Fine.
or not?
You're gonna call me that? You're gonna call me names? Fine.
You gonna live up to your title or not?
What title do you have?
don't need a title. My title's du jour and Darlington. That's enough for me.
Oh, so you do have a title.
I do have a name, and those are my two names that I'd like to go by. So,
Well, let's see what du jour can do.
I don't know.
Sarah mimicking my face. I love to see it. She did this. All right. You will see now. You speak of spell casting.
Oh, great. Cool.
Phineas. You will see the mage Emeritus does begin to cast a spell.
Come for me, ye great puddle of skin.
Yeah, this boomer. What a dum-dum. You will see above you all, kind of mirroring the circle of these stone arches, these stone pillars. Above you, the sky swirls. And there creates a portal. And through the swirling cosmo vortex above you, this giant portal, clearly something of great arcanic ability, great power. The first thing you hear, besides swirling energy above you, are two... No, sorry. What? A loud, booming voice. If I have to tell you one more time, Martha! And out of the swirling cosmo portal, a large form, shadows, starts to lower down. And the first thing you see is just this circle. And as it lowers itself, you can see it's green and large creature. And as it makes its way out of the portal, you can see little appendages on its side. And it's hovering above you, and as it starts to spin, a giant eye rotates from the top of its head and looks down at all you. What do we have here? A beholder, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ready? I'm
Oh,
saw the
Saul's ready.
beholder.
Okay. Nat one for initiative. Let's fucking go.
I roll it in the thingy.
Down like, guys, a beholder. You guys, you're right on underneath my beholder, silly. Okay.
So big, holy crap.
That's what a beholder look like. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna roll over into.
Great.
Okay, I'm gonna do this a little differently. I know I normally call out initiative with our 25s to 20s. Now I'm just actually gonna call out each person, and I want you to tell me what your initiative is. I'm just doing it in my D&D Beyond one. So, Glint, what is your initiative?
My initiative is 8.
Wonderful. Next up, Kieran, what's your initiative?
2.
2.
Hey, Sarah might shit herself. Can we bio break before we start fighting once
Oh,
we get initiative?
Yeah, actually, what we'll do is we will do initiative in our Be Right Back screen. Everybody, we are an hour and 20 in. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and get ready for a fight with a beholder. Classic D&D. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you, guys. We love you. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody.
No, Paige, no.
What? What's happening?
Robot.
Oh no. Am I better?
So bad.
No, I'm worse.
No, it's just a little slow. You're okay.
You're coming back.
Yeah, I see my stream was loading too. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Thanks for your patience. The music is so calm. Speaking of which, let me switch it to Kevin McLeod Combat. Yes. Okay, there we go. All right. So we figured out everyone's initiative. Let me read it off to everybody when we get started. So first up is going to be my beholder. Next up is going to be Buttons. After Buttons is Bira. Then Phineas. Then Mest. Then Brick. Then Glint. And then Kieran. Okay? All right. So, let me go actually to our. All right, I'm back on the Roll20 map. Okay. So we've got, first up is my beholder. As it came through the portal, it was yelling. You could see its eye initially was focused above before it went through the portal, and now it's looking down at all of you, kind of hovering above the ground. Rough. Oh. Am I bad? Oh no.
It's in and out because while you were doing the description, it was robot, but now it's okay.
Yeah, you're better.
Okay, keep me posted if I stay. Oh. Even. Okay, I can see it. I can see it on my stream as well. Okay, just keep me posted if it keeps happening. We'll hope it's just a little blimp. Okay, as its head is rotated, several eye stalks kind of shoot out from its bulbous circular frame, and the eye stares down at all of you. It hovers in the air about 20 feet above you all, so it's pretty high up. And its first is sorry. It first is going to its eye is gonna kind of circle you all, and it's gonna focus its main eye, and I know you guys are all underneath of me, so and also I'm gonna move us to the side. Is this everyone kind of oriented where they loosely want it to be? Okay.
No, but yes.
Well,
Can I be all the way
adjust
over here?
yourself.
Be about
If you-
100 feet away.
You do Kelly did be like, let me get my ass out of there.
You do have to be around the tree stump and some, but like, do you want to be next to those people? You can kind of readjust if you want. What I can do, just so you guys can kind of make sense of where you are, I'm going to put the beholder behind you guys technically, just so you can move your characters, more so like functionality, but please know it's above you guys. Okay. It's going to focus
Standing on it.
As I hover above
Not
the
yet.
hovering beholder.
Don't change my story. It is going to focus its eye in this direction in a cone shape. So it's going to like essentially focus its main eye on Babe, Mest, and Bira. And for its action, it is... Hold tight, sorry. I have to wait there. Okay, it is going to take its action to do eye raise. So for those who are new to beholders, the several eye stalks off of...
We're losing ya.
I gotcha. I'm sorry. Do I sound... Give me a thumbs up when I sound better. Oh, okay. So it's going to use its action to use its eye stalks. The several like secondary eyes, smaller, kind of hover and look around. They are going to strike. Which ones determines what happens. So I'm going to roll... I'm going to roll several d10s to determine what eye stalk attacks. This is a fun mechanic.
Bad.
Okay. 6. Hold tight. How bad? Am I still bad?
No, you're good.
Okay.
It looks like, at least on the Twitch stream, everything's very clear. So as long as we can understand what you're saying, we'll try to continue onward.
Okay. Thank you. So there's going to be a, do you guys want to know, do you want me to call what the rays are before they strike? They have several different effects. What is your preference, guys? I guess
Is the alternative.
If
You
we
know
do,
what-
boned if we don't.
The alternative is it hits you and you have to make a save and you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, what do you prefer? What
Let's
level?
do the unknown.
Okay.
No,
Fury.
you're not in the fucking line of sight. Absolutely not. I would like to know.
Well,
Thank
it's not.
you,
It's not the
babe.
main eye that's attacking. It's the eye stalks.
That's fine.
Is it just Team Soft right there?
His and babe?
Fuck. How soft is Babe?
Probably as soft as you or
He's
I.
still a student.
And a wizard. I think everyone's a wizard.
Baby babe.
Baby.
All right.
It'd be really cool if we die.
I need. Let's see. Sorry, I've got a lot of tabs, and I didn't think this through when I was running a stream. How tough that could potentially be. Okay.
Do you have to die? Sorry.
Now, okay. I need. The first thing I need is Brick to make a dexterity saving throw. After Brick, I need Bira to make a wisdom saving throw. And then after that, I need Phineas to make a strength saving throw.
Remember, anyone within 10 feet of me gets +3.
Which at the moment, I think is 10 feet? I thought it was 15. What did everyone roll?
Wait,
Is
Colin, what did you say? I'm so sorry.
a plus
Everyone
3.
within, for 10 feet.
Oh, Kelly. Oh no.
Am I within 10 feet?
You are. I'm not.
I am. Good.
I'm not.
Well, I rolled a nat 1, and I have
DM
a minus
inspiration.
and a -2.
Oof.
I feel like I already used 1 DM inspiration. That's kind of rude to take 2. But then I get whatever was, what you say, +3? So a 2, but it wasn't nat 1.
Okay. We'll go in order first. So what was Brick on the dexterity?
11.
11. Okay. So Brick, Brick, you are frozen in place.
Am I petrified?
You begin to turn to stone, and you
Am I
are
pe-
restrained. Yes,
Am
you
I
are
petrified?
Yes.
I believe my stone prevents that.
How fucking dare you? You are absolutely right.
My boon of sacred sands. You are immune to the petrified condition. In addition, your maximum hit points cannot be reduced.
Okay. Dude, that's huge. Petrified Ray is the scariest one of the scariest ones.
Remember when the lady said the boons do nothing?
This is the perfect point. Right on the first turn. Okay, so yes, let me read. On a failed save, the creature begins to turn to stone. It is restrained. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed. I'm going to say you are restrained because you're not technically petrified yet. You are currently restrained. So I'll have you repeat the save, but you're not going to get petrified from this. This is huge. Let me just make sure. But I'd have to argue, if you're immune to petrified, you can't turn to stone. You know what? Fuck it. Nothing happens to Brick. That's fucking insane. How often will she get immune to fucking petrification? This is bullshit, and I hate that I fucking didn't see this when I was building this goddamn game. All right, well
Rolled
done.
randomly, right?
Yeah,
for the ray?
I rolled randomly for the ray. Okay, next up was Bira on your, I believe it was Wisdom saving throw?
22.
22. That will succeed. Let me just confirm if there's anything else you have to do. Nothing happens. And Finn, you had my strength saving throw.
Give it to me, baby.
Du jour, the first thing that happens. What?
Sorry.
I have to do a lot more beyond this, you guys. Okay. Finn, what you see is the beholder eyes turn on you. Its stalks kind of start blasting out arcanic energy. Brick gets hit, and you see her like, I don't know, we'll have to think of what it looks like for Brick when she fucking shrugs off petrification. Bira completely dodges a second ray. Finn gets struck right in the center of his chest. And not the force of the ray itself, but the effect of the ray. You can see Finn initially hovers in the air, like still for a second, as if there's been no impact, and then is thrown 30 feet into the stone pillar behind him. I'm gonna have you hit this. Because of that, you're not getting moved the full 30 feet, but you are gonna take some bludgeoning damage because you've been slammed against a stone slab. In addition, you are restrained until the start of the beholder's next turn. So let me put a little restrained on ya. We're gonna make, which one's restrained? Hello? These are in alphabetical order. I'll get there. There it is. It's the purple lock. I'm gonna have you take 7 bludgeoning damage as you slam against one of the stone pillars and slide to the ground. That is the beholder's action. You will see its eye is still focused on the 3 kind of cones that hit Babe. Its main eye, Babe, Bira, and Nest, as it hovers again about 20 feet above you guys. that is the end of its turn. I'm sorry it took so long. I will speed it up. It's a lot of things to roll. Next up is going to be Buttons. On deck is Bira. So Buttons, you are up. What would you like to do?
Careless bloody eyes! Going into a rage.
Perfect.
And gonna swing some shit. I'm gonna swing this. Gonna do like a, and then I don't have a bonus action, so I'm not gonna swing the third time. But Storm Herald is gonna go twice. I just click here. Blip. That's a 21, and that's a 22.
They will hit.
Oh.
Then I rolled this thing, I think. So the first one does 12 plus 3 because I'm raging. So 15. Why is it not rolling again? There we go. And the second one does 8 plus 3 is 11.
So 15 plus 11?
Yeah.
Nice. So 26 damage.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure it's not... Okay.
That's
Nice. Perfect.
Does
Nice.
that include the plus 6? Yes, that does include that. Okay. Good.
Sick as...
Have reach on this up at 20 feet in the air.
Hey, wait a second. That's
Is it 20 feet in the
right.
air?
It's
I'm
20
sorry.
feet in the air. You can't jump that
jumping.
high.
I'm jumping.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't jump that
Ellie.
high.
I'm sorry!
We
Okay,
take it
all right.
back.
Okay.
That
let's
doesn't-
roll this.
What do
Let's
you
roll
do
this.
instead?
There's nothing to jump off of.
Not on the center.
Ugh. What do I have? I have hand axes. That's poop.
You
Want me to
want me to
reroll?
polymorph you? Next round I can.
I don't know if I'll do as much as if I got my hammer.
I know, but if it's up in the air.
How high can I jump into the air? And like how close am I to everybody on the ground? Is it like I'm within 5 feet of everybody and I can... Okay, here's the question. How does Thunderwave work? Is it a cube extending in all directions from me, or is it a cube extending in one direction from me?
No, it's Cuba's all directions.
Got it. Okay.
It's like a Thor landing kind of thing where it's like in all directions.
Yeah. I was gonna try to do something else with it. Okay, I guess I'm throwing hand axes. Poop. So should I re-roll the d20s or just -1 from each of those ones that I did?
I'll take the -1s just because
So
Yeah.
20 and 21 then.
those will
See,
hit.
I'll roll the damage on them then. First one is it only melee attacks that I get the rage bonus, or is it all melee damage? Okay, so 7 and come on, why are these things in the way? 7 and 9. So
Nice. That's still 16. That's still really good.
yeah.
So 16 damage for
It's okay.
a range attack. For a range attack, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have any hand axes anymore.
Whoa. Very nice though. 16 damage as they strike the beholder. Anything else in your turn, Buttons?
Just growl viciously.
Okay, awesome. Next up is gonna be Bira. On deck is Phineas. Phineas, who's currently restrained and against a stone slab. But Bira, you're up first. What would you like to do?
To do a murder, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Negative Energy Flood. That is a 5th level spell, and he must make a. Is he undead? Is
He
it
is
just an
not
aberration?
undead. He is not undead.
Hopefully he's
but
gonna be
Bira,
regular dead soon. What?
As you try to cast your spell, the
No!
central eye is focused on you, and you are unable to cast magic under its gaze.
Guess I'll go die. Do I have to count that as cast then? Do I get my 5th level spell back? If I'm unable to cast?
How it works is the beholder's central eye creates an area of anti-magic, as in an anti-magic field spell. At the start of each of its turns, it can decide where its eye faces and whether the cone is active. I think it is going to count against your spell cast on this one.
No balls.
No.
Alright.
I got a rules lawyer you on that. No, it doesn't.
I'm looking at
I
Colin's
agree with
face.
my counsel.
I'm looking at Colin's face. I know he's pleading the 5th, but I think Colin agrees with me.
Hey, Colin?
This is the
Burn-
eye that was like
Burn
the
your
closed
damn
one,
face
right?
off.
It's the main eye. Yeah, it's the main
Okay,
eye.
I'm just trying to strategize. That's all. Okay.
Can I move? Just to get upper attack if I move?
He would, yes.
Okay, fine. Can I cast magic on my... No, I already cast something. Fuck, I can't do anything.
Sounds like you guys have to divide the magic people up a bit. But, yeah. That was your action, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do with your bonus action? Or any movement you want to make?
Fuck yeah, bonus action is Misty Step. Does that give me...
No, that's magic. You can't do
Damn
it.
it, fuck me. It's listed under bonus actions here.
Yeah, it's still a spell, though.
Yeah, I know. I can do 2-weapon fighting, but you know what would be really cool? I don't have a weapon. And my fists don't count. So I guess I'm gonna stay there for now, I guess.
Okay.
That's a bad idea, but I don't want to give him an opportunity attack. I only have... Did we take a long rest before this?
No, he's floating 20 feet above us. He can't get an opportunity attack. He's not within melee range.
Right. Unless he
think
has like
with-
a
Oh.
super long reach.
I think a beholder can do its ira attack as a without a disengage.
Oh, okay. I thought it had legendary actions. I mean, not that whatever, that doesn't matter, but
Fuck it. I don't want to be there. We're just gonna move here. Gonna go there.
Okay,
Come at
it's
me,
not
Daddy.
it's not going to use its reaction.
Cool. Guess I'll die.
Before we get to Phineas, I will be using a legendary action.
Yes, give it to me, baby.
The beholder will use its legendary action to make essentially this entire map covered in slime.
Are you fucking kidding me, dog?
All the terrain is now difficult terrain. And it's covered in slime. That is his turn in his legendary action. Next up is Phineas.
Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, so Finn's gonna say that really hurt, really bad. And he's gonna. I know he can't move. He's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's restrained. So he's going to sing a sweet, sweet melody about eyes and whisper it towards the big boy in the sky. And he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 4th level. So my boy needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, you say?
Correct.
Okay, I'll take. Okay. Is that gonna do its? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh my god, this dice roll is struggling, you guys. It's like hovering in the air in slow motion. I need to turn off the dice roller in D&D Beyond. 18.
Damn it. That succeeds, but it'll take half of my psychic damage.
Nice.
He's looking at Bira.
He's looking at a cone towards Babe, Mest, and Bira. Yeah.
Half of 21. Is that 10?
It's gonna be 11. It rounds up.
11 psychic damage.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Mest.
Okay.
You got this, Mest.
Not gonna give it to Buttons after ruining his turn.
I'm sorry, Buttons. You got this too, my guy.
Damn.
Anything else in your
Next
turn,
time.
Phineas?
I got you next time, Buttons. No, that's it.
All right, that will bring us to Mest. On deck is Brick. Mest, what do you want to do?
How does slime impact my ability to move?
It's difficult terrain, so you'll have to cut your movement in half.
Okay. And how big is this cone of looking at me bullshit?
It's like this.
That's a cone. Your gesture, it's a cone.
Yep.
Okay. I have a movement speed of 30, so I am going to move my little tuckus out of here. And that means I'm getting 15. How could... Nope, I'm not gonna ask. I'm over here now.
If you're asking how Bira moves so far away, it was before the slime activated.
Nope, that wasn't my question.
Oh,
I was
what's-
confused about. I was confused about how cones work. So you don't have to worry about it. And then from here, I am. I'm gonna, having seen Bira fail at casting, I am going to instead do something that's stupid and yeet a dagger at his dumb little ugly green body.
Okay.
Can we yeet stuff at his dumb little ugly eyes too? Is that a thing we can do?
It's not like a specified mechanic to like target eyes in D&D or like target body parts. Some people
Target his
homebrew it.
eyes. Okay, I'm rolling to hit. I rolled 12 to hit,
That will not hit.
so it just dinks off of him.
You have bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you do have your bardy.
Can I use my bardic inspiration? No,
I
we
allow
already
it.
determined it. Well, I was gonna say we already determined it didn't dink, so I can save it.
Okay.
Do I have any bonus actions to fuck with? Nothing worthwhile. That's my turn.
Okay.
Sorry, dog.
Limey boy. Look at him. Right
So
on
dumb.
cue. What does Han want to do? He's next in initiative, Sarah. What does he want to do?
I think he's gonna use his turn to.
He's prone.
He's restrained.
Okay. What do you want to do, Sarah?
So many things.
Yeah.
I think I would just want to fucking kill it. Can I do that? Cool. Great.
Here,
Um,
kill.
I'm going to throw my spear at its ugly fucking face.
You guys are your body's shaming the beholder, and last I checked, beauty is in the eye of
21?
the beholder, so
21
fuck
to hit?
off.
Oh!
21 hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Fucking rad.
Why are you guys getting so mad? Oh
The
no!
beholder.
The beholder! Ah!
Guys,
I want to
this
kill
was
the
easy.
gangrenous nutsack.
Paige, can it make a con save for me?
Yeah, sure can. I gotta. 21.
It succeeds. So it's gonna take 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
It's still 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
What's the highest point near the center?
I'm confused by that question. What's the
A
center?
structure or a person that is the tallest towards the center. And how tall is it? Buttons?
It's probably Buttons.
How tall is the orc lady?
She's not.
She's
She's
still
sitting.
cross-legged on the stump.
Yeah.
Like stump.
Is the stump
Woman.
taller or is Buttons taller?
I would say Buttons is taller than the woman sitting on the stump. Yeah.
Great. I'm going to use a key point for my bonus action to use Step of the Wind.
Buttons, are you
Which-
okay with that?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I think
Great.
she's gonna step on you.
I'm going to take, because of my mobile feat, when I use dash action, I don't have, I'm not affected by difficult terrain. So I'm going to take 10 feet lead up. Climb vertically because I can do that now. I can just vertically run up surfaces. And I'm going to make a jump up to where my spear hit the beholder to grab it. And while I'm grabbing it, I'm going to punch him. Can I do that?
Sure.
Cool.
That sounds all kosher to me.
Great. I'm going to punchy punch.
Everyone's okay-ish.
It's a nat 1, so it's not hitting. But
No.
I'm holding on my spear. Would that mean I'm hanging off my spear, or am I able to pull down my spear and fall down? Trying to
What?
recover because I'm grabbing onto my spear, am I holding on the side of the beholder with the spear intact through its skin? Or am I pulling the spear down and falling down to the ground with my spear?
She ran up and jumped off of Buttons, jumped up, grabbed onto her spear, used her spear as leverage to punch into the thing. Is she still holding on?
Yeah.
On
Does
the
he
side
hang
of
on to the beholder?
She's hanging on to the spear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still
Attach it.
inside of the beholder.
Sure.
Great, that's my turn.
Awesome.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to Glint on deck as Kieran. What do you want to do, Glint?
Okay. Glint shouts out a single word with the divine might of Joaquin behind it. Down. So he's casting command. DC 15 wisdom save.
All right, let's see.
Come on now.
I don't know. It's got a pretty high wisdom.
Come on. Fuck him up.
14 plus a lot, so it's gonna be 21.
It does, in fact, save over 15, as it turns
Sorry.
out.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Then Glenn's going to use his bonus action to channel divinity and do a champion challenge. It's got to make another wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or it can't willingly move more than 15 feet away from me.
I rolled a
Camille's
nat
out.
18. I'm sorry.
Bite me, bitch!
He might still take you up on the offer, though. Okay. Very cool.
That's my turn.
I love it. Amazing. Next up, we've got Kieran at the bottom of the initiative, which afterwards will bring us back up to the top.
Hey. So. Okay, so I am going to look at this fang and I am going to cast Burning Hands at 4th level, which means that I get to increase the damage. Great. I need it to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Is just to confirm, Burning Hands has range?
Oh, know what? It
I thought-
originates from myself, and it's a 15-foot cone. Never mind. That's not going to reach it. No, then I'm going to do the other thing that I was going to do. I'm going to use my action to summon Igni.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to command Igni to make a flame seed attack, which I will just be rolling a d20 because there's no button for it in D&D Beyond to roll her attack. But I will roll the d20. Give me a second. That's not going to hit. I rolled a 5 plus... Well, actually, let me see. Hold on. I have to go back to the thing. Sorry. Does a 13 hit?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then that is my turn.
Okay, that's gonna bring us to the top of initiative, round 2. If we can remember the first words that the beholder uttered as initiative and battle started, he was yelling at Martha. I can't remember exactly what I said. Something patronizing.
For the last time, if like something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. Thank you.
Are things okay at home for the beholder? So you need to talk to someone.
Gerald, if I had to find this for you one more time, a second orb coming out of the portal. This time, not a green beholder, but what looks to be Gerald the beholder's wife, Martha, hovers. What the hell have you gotten yourself into now, Gerald? I swear to God, every fucking time you gotta run off and get into some sort of trouble. A second beholder is hovering above the one, covered in the members of DeJour fighting, and he looks. His eyes look up, like his whole body kind of rotates in the air like a spinning billiards ball. Yutul summons me. When she summons me, I gotta go. What the fuck? You're on my case about everything, mother. What the fuck? You have somehow unknowingly gotten to the middle of what looks to be some unhealthy couples counseling, and Martha and Gerald are fighting. There are now technically 2 beholders on the field, but considering that dialogue, I'm giving that to be their turn. A very unexpected turn of events. But I'm gonna put the second beholder on. At this time, she's hovered down equally next to him. Brick, holding onto the spear, is kind of hovered, like dangling between the 2 arguing beholders. As the rest of you are like making your way through slime and stone pillars. Phineas, make your strength saving throw for me again to get unrestrained.
I thought it just lasts the turn, bro.
Yeah, at the start of the holder's next turn, you make the save again to break it. And let me put the beholder number 2 on the map.
You beholder number 2.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. A 6 minus 2 is a 4.
All right. Now we got
I
2
swung at a dragon
beholders.
for like 15 minutes one time.
Yeah. Can I take my turn to just do like couples counseling? And maybe
If you'd
solve
like.
this dispute?
I'm actually going to give you guys, this is not in character, this is not in combat. I want to give you guys, members of the jour, a second to consider your options. We'll consider that like, this is that Kill Bill moment where everyone kind of looks at each other and nods and we're on the same plan. So take some time and discuss what we want to do.
Kill them all.
Leave. They're fighting, and the old lady.
Why
clearly
did
has
she
nothing.
summon this? Why did she
Yeah,
summon this? Is this a
Can we
test?
kill the old lady?
Yes, actually, I'm down for that.
How
We got
is
to
the old
prove our
lady
motto.
acting during all of this? Like that first round of, is she just sitting there?
She is still cross-legged, yeah.
She wants the end of the world.
She didn't
It's
say
almost
that.
like she wants to bitch about stuff, and then when it comes up to an option to make it better, vote against it.
He's a boomer.
Oh,
Looks like we got to prove our mettle to get more information.
Does your conditions carry over with you when you polymorph? Two D&D 5e.
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Restrained, Henry?
That's what she's asking about, being restrained. If
Can
polymorph.
she not cast if she's restrained?
I can cast.
All
Attack
restrained,
rolls.
all restrain does is it limits your movement. Attacks against you have advantage, and she has disadvantage against dex saves. That's all restrain does. Can I have I want Bira. Bira, can you make an insight check for me?
yeah, for sure.
I'll have you make it with advantage too.
Oh, thank you. 17.
Okay. Bira, despite the humor in the context of their argument between these two beholders, it appears that this older woman, this Utul, has obviously actively summoned these two beholders here, but via your insight, you determine that she is trying to distract you guys. She's trying to hide something from you.
I am going to say, I'm going to look at her and say, I have heard so much about people at your rank, and I'm very disappointed in you. Guys. And I point at her because she's doing, what is she doing? I'm paying attention to her now. And anything, like no movement, just sitting there, still eyes closed.
Well, I mean, despite just actively, like, essentially summoning these, that she's not doing anything else.
Okay, guys, I think this is a setup. I don't know what happened to her voice today, but the spirit today.
It's all that ink.
Yeah, got ink in my throat. Higher voice. So I say that. I tell them it's all a setup. Yeah. I don't know if we're still in combat, so
I'm letting you guys talk a little bit before I get, like, an affirmative.
Can I kill the old woman?
No, I feel like you have to win her over. Win her back. I don't want to kill her.
No, clearly she wants us focused on the beholder.
So she's doing something. Maybe not kill, but just like whatever she's doing that we don't know about, just disrupt it.
I wonder if I try putting her to sleep, if it will, like, close the portal. If she, like, casts some kind of magic, if it will then close it.
Paul, any thoughts?
No thoughts. Head empty.
Is there anything else going around? Like, we're obviously focused on combat, but like any like sounds, smells, visuals, or that are not the fight, the ground, the air, the trees, whatever.
Bira, you can see that Babe, who has not actively helped you guys in the fight so far. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. That's a good idea. Babe, you can see is I didn't move him because I didn't obviously want to draw attention to him. Babe is no longer in the center of the map. I gotta do things. If you're not asking about things, it's chaos of combat. You can see Babe has worked his way like around one of these arches and is in the process of like circling behind, and he seems to be looking for something.
We can't kill Babe.
And so he's
right?
he's essentially circling like this, like in the course of, granted, oh my god, no, he almost stretched him out. But of course, it's difficult terrain, so he didn't get that much movement in before the slime stuff happened. But that's kind of what you're seeing in regards to outside of the fight itself and the two yelling beholders above you.
We did kind of bully Babe into being our friend, didn't we? Maybe we shouldn't implicitly trust him.
I am gonna have. Can we do stuff, or are we just talking still?
As long as everyone's in agreement of either continuing
I
combat.
mean, what? Yeah, are we gonna keep fighting, or are we leaving, or are we?
Well, I wanna
Beating
basically
up
have
the old lady.
I want to confront Babe.
Beat up the old lady.
I could try blinding one of them to kind of give us some time to either work with, find out what the hell Babe's doing, kind of find out what the old lady's doing. I feel like just trying to fight the two beholders, we're gonna get into a slippery slope.
I agree.
Yeah.
Death.
If he's looking for something, blinding him is kind of badass.
No. Oh, you want me to blind? I have a Babe that Babe is helping us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
I
think he's
he
trying
caught
to.
on faster to what the challenges than we did.
Hmm.
I think we got distracted by big bad beholders, and Babe is on track.
I mean, unless he's working with her to test us. But
then whatever he's looking for is just as important to us.
it's
as
important
it is to him.
regardless.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does anybody have whole person?
No.
I have strength.
I also have strength.
It's called strangle.
Yeah, I want to pounce on old lady and push her into the slime and see what she's playing at.
Okay. I'm down for
Gonna
that. You're
slime
close
her
to her,
up.
right? We're not close to Babe, and I'm restrained. I'm the closest one, but I'm restrained and I can't grab him.
I can teleport with Igni.
Why don't we try that? Why don't we try you grabbing the old lady, you teleporting to Babe, and if you want, I can try blinding at least one of the dudes so they keep their eyeballs off of us.
So here's my pitch. Do we want to do this in the current initiative we're in, or just essentially because you guys all go and then the beholder goes? Do you guys want to determine in this case an order you guys want to address these items?
Yeah, why don't we do that as opposed to initiative order?
So we'll still all have a turn. Okay, so we're still treating this essentially like we're still in turn order, but you guys essentially get to determine who's going, essentially because my beholders go first and then you guys all go next. So how would we like to approach this?
I'd
feel like-
be
Go ahead.
responding to Bira yelling out that the old lady's up to no good. So it would be, I bite the head off the snake, and then charge in and kind of, I have you can use the dash thing to attack with the horns or whatever, but kind of turn that into a
Restrainty thing.
attack, restrain, tackle into the slime. You be playing that old woman.
Oh my god. Okay. So the goal is just to restrain her?
Yeah.
I would like you to either do... Oh no, you're just doing straight. You do... What is that again? Oh my god, it's been so long, guys. It's...
For grappling? It's
Yeah,
athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you do athletics and I choose what she does. Okay.
Should have advantage
Who's raging?
because of raging.
Didn't roll amazing. I
Let's
rolled
see.
a 13 total.
Where's the thingy? I'm on it.
What a feat.
You gain advantage on strength checks on saving throws. Is that is athletics a strength check or no?
Well,
Yep.
athletics, yes, is a strength check.
Okay, cool. So I will do boop and boop.
That
So
works.
that's a 29.
Whoa!
Yeah. Either would
Nat
work.
20.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You have grappled the mage emeritus Yutul to the ground, covered in beholder slime. What's next?
I'm going to use my bonus action to have Igni teleport me through fiery teleportation to as close as I can get to Babe. So about yonder.
That works.
And I'm gonna.
And honestly, he probably is right here anyway with his movement too.
Right. So, fiery tornado right in front of Babe. Looking for something?
I think she's hidden a rock here. There has to be something here. Why else would she be here?
Right. And I'm gonna immediately. Can I insight check him really quick just to make sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As my action, I guess. Insight. 19.
You believe he's telling the truth.
Great. I am going to try to communicate that without letting her know to whoever's nearest. So I can let Finn know that because he's nearby.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start helping Babe look.
Okay.
I would like to attempt to blind the two creatures.
Can you blind both of them at a higher level?
You can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature that you can see within range to make con saving throw. At higher levels, you can target one additional creature of each slot level above second. So I'm going to cast it at third level.
Okay.
So they both have to make con save throws.
Con saves. They're con saves. Okay. Oh my god, I hit the wrong button. Dude, these rolls in D&D Beyond are taking so long for me today. I think it's a processing thing when I get all weird, maybe? Oh, well, one's definitely failing, because that's a 5. Rolling the second one, and I'm telling you, it's literally like this. It's still going. At 12.
They both fail! They're both blinded!
Yes!
Ooh. Does that do all
go.
of their, 30 eye stalks, too?
Read the spell for me. I think.
It's a condition.
Yeah, I
That's
think it
amazing.
does.
Can blind or deafen a foe. Choose that blah blah blah. If it fails, the target needs either blind or deafen, your choice for the duration, which is
What's
a
the
minute.
duration?
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell ends.
No. It
So
just
they have
feels
to-
even more awesome because
They
there's
have
so many
to
eyes.
roll out of it to get out of it.
And when do they roll out of it?
At the end of each of its turns.
At the end of its turn. Okay. What a humorous scenario. You've got two bickering beholders, clearly a married couple of some sort. What an odd couple. And now they're blinded. So above the chaos of you all, it's still covered in slime. So it is still difficult terrain. So let's kind of include that in the element of what we're doing. But Finn, as you're restrained, you're still restrained, by the way. You will hear Martha and Gerald like, who turned out all the fucking lights? Martha, I swear to fucking God, every goddamn time. I don't need your fucking help. And she's like, why are you so mean to me, Gerald? So they're just continuing business as usual. Nice, Phineas. That is quite the way to stunt a beholder with its many eyes. What else are we doing, du jour?
Well, now that they're blinded, I'm yelling to everybody. I don't give a fuck what this bitch is doing because I see Buttons has her that we're looking for something.
I cannot move.
Are we all taking turns and then?
We can do whatever you want. If you want to do something, say it, baby.
I would like to punch the guy I'm pierced to a couple times.
If you'd like to do that, you are more than welcome to.
I'm still holding on to my spear. I'm gonna attack once with an armor strike, 26 to hit. I'm gonna use my second action to punch. So that's a 24.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a flurry of blows key point.
Okay.
Punch 2 more times. It's gonna be so it's 4 punches total. Third punch is not
Question.
gonna hit.
I've got a real question for you. How can you punch something that many times when you're holding onto a spear?
Hanging, punching, hanging.
It also has
But-
it has advantage.
But I would
Less attacks.
argue that you're actively using a hand. I'm not saying you're incapable of punching. You're just not able to do as many punches.
Right, but you can do unarmed strikes, which doesn't have to be a punch. It can be a kick. It can be an elbow. It can be.
Sure, but the flurry of blows, what is that
Is
one
a-
described as?
It's unarmed
2
strikes.
punches. For flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
After you take the action on your turn, you spend a key point to make 2 unarmored strikes as a bonus.
Okay, so they're going to be a punch and kick, a single punch and kicking combo or some kind. Then you can do it.
So, am
I
I still
apologize.
You have
having 4?
advantage.
Yep, you'll still be able to hit it 4 times.
Then you have
Alright.
advantage
Okay.
on attack rolls.
Okay, so then the advantage for the third one would have been 16, and then for the final flurry of blows attack, the advantage was 6. So the lowest roll was 16.
Won't hit.
So 3 will hit, 1 will not. Great.
Okay.
On the first, when you hit with a melee weapon attack, these aren't weapon attacks, so that doesn't count. When you hit with one of your flurry of blows attacks, you can pose one of the following effects. I'm going to... Guys, do you think this thing's more dexterous or more constitution?
Dexterous.
I think
You
it's
think
more
it is
dex.
more dex?
Dexterous and probably
Dexterous.
I think
that.
it's more con.
On,
less
yeah, I feel
dex.
like it's just like a floating blob. I'm gonna have it make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
And again, this is the male that I'm pierced to.
Yeah. It's going to be a 16 total.
It saves, so it's not prone. Let me roll my damage. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. 3 unarmored strikes. 22 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Okay.
It's my turn.
I love it. So we've had Phineas, Kieran, Buttons, Brick go. What's Mest, Vera, and Glint doing?
Taking notes.
That's what Kaylee's doing.
That's what Kaylee's doing. I'm gonna go. I've witnessed Buttons go get the old lady, and I already had very negative feelings about the old woman. So I am probably gonna meander through the muck towards him for physical and emotional support.
So your movement can get you 15, but are you doing anything else? If not, you can get...
Yeah, I'll dash. I'll use the rest of my movement to get all the way over here. So
Okay.
I'm hanging out.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Mest?
I was thinking about breath weapon. No, I'm not gonna do anything else.
Oh my god.
Well, I took a feat that has dragon fear, so when I do it, I make them scared of me and want to leave my presence.
Oh my god. That's such a fun beat combo.
Buttons will back his face away a little bit.
All right. What's Vera and Glint doing?
Is there anything that Glenn can climb up on so he's a little bit closer to the beholders? Like the stump, maybe?
The stump, the stump is definitely the closest thing. It wouldn't get you that much taller. If anything,
Just like
it'd get you... what are you
3
looking
feet, maybe?
Honestly, it might not even do that, unfortunately. But one of the stone hedges would work probably a bit better. I know they're a little bit further away.
Okay. That's fine. Glenn's going to use his bonus action to use Cat's Agility to double his movement speed. And then he's
Okay.
going to hop up on top of that bad boy. And then from there, he is going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Whoa.
So around him, little wagons and golden coins start floating around. And where they touch the beholders, within a 15-foot sphere, which should be both of them, they do 3d8 damage.
3d8?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Is that automatic? Is there anything they roll or anything like that?
So they do it's a save. Wisdom 15 save.
Okay. Let me hold those really quick. For the
Does
guy.
blinded affect them?
What was
Oh,
that?
it has.
Because they're blinded, does that affect their save?
They just have disadvantage on attack rolls, I think.
Yeah, this because this is a save, they
it's just
wouldn't.
Saving throw doesn't do anything to.
The male, Gerald, will fail on his wisdom save. But our Martha will succeed.
Okay. Gerald takes 7 damage. Martha takes 3 damage.
Okay. All right. 7 and 3. All right. Okay. What's Bira doing?
Bira instinctively likes Martha. She's a bit of a nag, but she's just here to take her wayward husband back home. She hasn't done anything to us, but Gerald, fuck that guy. So I'm going to cast Rowlthim's Psychic Lance on Gerald. Can I cast it this time? Am I able to?
He is not actively looking
Oh,
at
he's
you.
blinded. Yeah, fuck that guy. So I need him to make an intelligence saving throw. I imagine he'll win, but that's okay.
He's pretty smart.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's gonna.
But there's always a chance.
It's
That's
gotta
cool.
be a
He still takes
25.
half. He still takes half damage.
Okay.
So it's half of 23.
Okay.
11?
It's gonna be 12. We round up.
12.
Okay.
Alright. So 12 damage. Yeah. As it hits, even though he fails, she like, yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm adding Yotel to initiative now. That she's kind of been engaged, so I'm just adding a little person. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm pulling them up. Sorry. And let me roll her in. Okay. Okay. So we've gone through everybody's initiative on this turn, and we've kind of done like a free range. It would bring us to round 3 of initiative. The beholders up top. I've rolled Yultul in. She rolled a total of 16, so she's gonna go after Bira and before Phineas in initiative. Because the beholders, Martha and Gerald, are blinded, they just roll their save at the end of their turn. Correct, Kel?
Yeah, they can still make attacks. It's just with disadvantage if they want to do attack rolls.
They're in the marriage story right now. All they're focused on is, but they are going to try to break their blindness. So, what was the save again?
I don't know. It's 16.
What? No, not the number.
Oh.
What the time?
Constitution.
Okay. I think that's gonna save a nat 17 and a nat 19. They both broke their blindness, I think. Okay, but that was the end of their turn. So that will bring us to Buttons. On deck is Beer. If we're okay with still, do we want to go back to specific turn orders, or do we want to keep it open?
I think we can keep it open. I don't know. I mean, Buttons is still kind of. Is she completely unresponsive to Buttons saying, "What are you playing at?"
She hasn't gone yet, so I was just trying to keep things fair, but she probably wouldn't be very responsive to you in this moment.
That's silly. You see. Was a thing here. Oh, that's dwarves. I had like advantage
Just to
on
confirm,
stuff.
I don't want to cut Wes off, and I apologize, but do we want to keep it open-ended? I didn't kind of get a consensus. Or do we want to go back to turn order?
Yeah, open-ended, I think.
I have no preference.
Okay. Alrighty. So we've got Util grappled right now by Buttons. We've got Kieran and Babe essentially looking on the outskirts of this slime-covered Star Arch for potentially a stone. What are we looking to do next? And now beholders are unblinded. Martha and Gerald.
Do I make my strength check at the beginning of my turn or the end of the turn? To get out of restraining.
It would be
it counts as your action, I think, right?
It was for the ray. It's gonna be at the start of the beholder's next turn. So you would make it when they were breaking their blindness.
Okay, I would roll. Can I roll to see if I can break it?
Yep, it's gonna be your strength saving throw.
Yeah, I know. A 9?
That will not work.
Sick. I was like, I'm gonna go help them look for the fucking rock, but
Can we adjust your camera a bit, Cal?
never.
You're behind your picture.
I would like to focus on trying to find said rock, but I'm stuck. So I would do whatever I could do to facilitate my other fellow comrades. So I could blind it again but we could do something else too.
Can I, for the next time that he does it, can I cast Enhance Ability on Finn and give him more strength?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, so you get what's called Bull's Strength. So you have advantage on strength checks. And your carrying capacity doubles.
Is it saving throws though? Because it's a saving throw.
Oh fuck! It says checks. Never mind.
Your carrying capacity's doubled though. That's sick. I'm only kidding. Because they are unblinded, I am gonna have the beholders take a legendary action though. Because yeah, of course they are. In their argument, I hate to joke about something very serious as DA, but in their fighting, they are getting violent, and on their legendary action, they're both gonna take eye beam attacks at each other, their eye stalks waving wildly around, shooting across the field. It's gonna be a single eye ray from both of them. I am gonna completely randomize it in regards to like what's rolled and who it targets.
I hope one of them gets the disintegrate ray, because that would be hilarious.
Because there are now 8, 9, 10.
That's what they need. They just need this to be over.
I hope they don't have a child.
They're
I'm
not going to end it. They're
disintegrating
not
our
going to end it on
marriage,
their own.
Gerald.
Yeah, they're not going to end it of their own volition, so somebody has to intervene.
Oh my god. Okay, so I rolled randomly to see who was getting targeted from the 10 people in my initiative. The number was the order in which they appeared. And then I'm gonna roll what Ray gets hit. Okay.
Hit me, baby. Unrestrain me.
Oh my god. Okay. This got very serious very quickly, I will tell you. The first attack, the Gerald is actually going to attack Martha. I did roll a 1, so it does go for Martha. I will tell you the first hit, it's a fear ray. So I'm gonna have Martha do a wisdom saving throw. That succeeds barely. It was a 10 plus 7. It just succeeded. She is not frightened. On Martha's I-beam, she is targeting Brick. And I think mechanically it makes sense because she's probably trying to aim for her husband, Gerald, and Brick is hanging onto the spear attached to Gerald. But Brick, this is extremely serious if you don't get what I'm getting at. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, and I'm not kidding, but your life may depend on it.
Come on.
So I know we were all we lost kind of the intensity at this moment, but this is one of those moments that's extremely important.
You can use
DM inspiration.
DM inspiration.
So I will ask Paige before you tell me the result. Give me a minute to decide if I want.
Of course.
Can I counterspell that?
I don't. Let me just see if I die.
Well, we can see if you die. Yeah.
Well, wait, can I use Bend Luck? I have sorcery skills, guys. And I can roll a 1d4, and then you can apply that as a bonus to whatever it is. And it works on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, which is what this would be in this case.
Am I gonna owe you another life then?
Nice. Looks like. It's only a d4 though, so it's not.
Still, that could make the
so
difference
much.
between life and death. Alright, I'm gonna roll my first dex save before I decide.
You get extra
Oh,
2.
actually,
Oh, I thought that was your roll. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that was me. You get extra 2.
15 plus 2, guys. Do I keep it 17 or should I re-roll it?
DM inspiration you can pick, or do you have to pick the second one?
You pick with DM inspiration.
Do you?
It's like rolling with
It's
advantage.
like it's advantage. You pick the higher one.
I roll a second one.
I'm gonna roll it.
Dude, just do it. Just do it.
17 or it's worse. Guys, I'm gonna die. It's 17.
okay. I have to roll some stuff, guys.
You can't fall. You have the thing on, don't you?
It's not
Oh, yeah,
about
you heard-
falling. It's not about falling.
It's
No,
about
not the falling. I mean, like
The tourniquet.
that
We
tourniquet.
don't know what's
depending
happening.
on how much damage
True.
so I don't make death
We don't know. We don't know if this is an effect. We don't know
I
if
don't
this is
think
like
the tourniquet can stop disintegrating.
That's
yeah,
true.
it disintegrate.
That's true.
if this is banishment. If this, we don't know. Like,
I think it's disintegrate.
Brick. A death ray. Martha. Gerald, I'm sick of you yelling at me! As a death ray shoots towards her husband, it hits you, clinging to the side of a spear. Brick, you take 71 necrotic damage. What's very important is I need to know, does this damage drop you to 0?
It does not.
You are alive.
Oh fuck. Ugh.
oh my god.
That got scary real quick, y'all.
Yeah.
That is their legendary action. What would Dejor like to do next?
Cry a little bit. Pee. Not
I
really,
am-
but like nervous.
Is anybody else hurt?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my turn to what's the wholeness of body? Once per long rest as an act, I'm gonna use an action and regain 27 hit points. That's my action. Can I use my second? I have to attack.
When you take necrotic damage, it doesn't lower your
My max hit point cannot be lowered because of my boon.
Is that the second time your boon's already come in handy against a
Yeah,
fucking
man.
beholder?
Oh, thank fucking God, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
I would like, I don't know if you're gonna let me do this, maybe with movement and like a check potentially. I want to dislodge my spear from the side of the beholder and drop to the ground.
I will allow
I've
that.
used, cool. When damage is reduced from the fall because of slow fall.
All of it?
I think I have like 45 points that I can take away.
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is
And,
Jashore doing?
Buttons is grabbing this person by the scruff of the shirt. That's not the scruff, whatever the front is or whatever, and is gonna like, pump a little bit of that rage fire in, doing like a couple of, I think it's 2 points of damage or 3 points of damage, and just yell, "Put away your balls, you hag!"
Was it a deck save page that I did for the?
It was.
You can say it's too late. I have evasion, which if I fail a deck save throw, I can take half damage instead of all.
Next time, we'll do it. Way too late.
Trying to convince her to put away her balls.
Put away her balls.
Yeah, the beholders.
Okay. Is it okay if I have her go next? Only because
Yeah.
I let 3 people go.
She hasn't really
Before
gone
her.
ever, so it's fine.
She hasn't gone yet, but loosely 2 people were supposed to go before her, and I was like, I'll let 2 or 3 people go and then let her go, kind of in turn order.
I will reiterate, I am vigorously trying to persuade her in a way that is scary.
Are you trying to intimidate her?
Here we go.
Roll an intimidation check for me, Buns.
Alright. Should I roll it in D Beyond? I don't think I have advantage on these. Here, I'm gonna roll it. That's an 18, it looks like.
The blue, crystal blue eyes beneath the wrinkled, kind of sagging face you've grappled. She glares at you.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 options. I can either remove our friends above, or I can freeze you all to your place.
Why would we take the option?
I have an option between she gets rid of the dudes or she freezes us in place.
Or both.
She can get rid of the dudes. I'm cool with that. Wait, are you saying that she's gonna freeze us in place if she gets rid of the dudes?
Then get your hands off of me.
Yeah?
Sure.
Looking at your screen.
Huh?
I was afraid you were just like looking at your screen because you're gonna cast something because she's freaked out.
Well, I was looking at everyone's cameras to see if everyone was okay with that. Are we cool with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I want them to go, but I want to fuck that thing up because it almost killed Brick. But
No, if it goes too, that's fine. Bye. I don't want to get death raid.
Say goodbye, Gerald and Martha. Stop fighting.
As you'll see, she'll just sit up kind of from how Buttons had restrained her to the ground. And you'll just see she will rub her hands together and just push them up like that. And you'll see both of the beholders still yelling. They're both readying another eye stalk to sling at one another as the force kind of propels them back up into the open portal above. As she brings her hands down, I want everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw.
But
22.
I'm snowing, you guys.
Well,
Wait. Did Beer roll twice?
Advantage on wisdom saves.
Oh, I did that by accident. I didn't mean to click again.
You have advantage to get on wisdom saves?
Yep. So I got a nat 2024.
What is that from?
Kalishtar maybe?
Yeah, her race.
Damn. All
Fucking
right,
dope.
nice.
Old lady living up in ya. She's probably wise.
And way nicer than this one, maybe.
Okay. Hold tight. Hold tight. Besides Bira and Kieran, everyone else, you are slightly suspended in air, held in essentially telekinesis. Kieran and Bira, you are still standing on the ground. It's still covered in slime, also. And let me roll it for Babe as well.
Babe. Yeah.
What's Babe's? Oh, hold tight. I lost my Babe character sheet really quick. Come on, D&D Beyond. I believe in you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the delay. Save. Advantage on wisdom saving against magic. I think that's going to succeed. Yes, and Babe as well, as not telekinesis. As the rest of you are suspended, there's a brief pause, and you'll see the orc, mage, and Amaritus will kind of wipe the slime off of her and sit back up rather slowly on the stool, or the stump of the tree.
What was your name again? What did you call yourselves?
Sure.
And you, she points over to Babe.
What did you say they found?
He kind of looks between all of you guys. Gifts of the multiverse.
You might be able to take a few hits.
Lovely couple, by the way.
They're assholes.
Yeah, I'd say. I hope they didn't reproduce and have children.
Too many.
Oh, God.
Oh.
And if you smart mouth me again, I'll summon them all.
You were saying?
Oh my god, sorry, I just saw the largest thing of lightning.
Wait, here?
Yeah, I just looked out the window. And it was like, boom, 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 boom. Oh, sorry.
Shit.
Okay.
As I said before,
I'm doing the New York thing now. I can't turn it up because of Geraldton. I'm sorry.
the end of everything is inevitable. But you can't shrug your telekinesis. Don't shrug at me. Don't smart mouth me, young lady. But if you find more of these gifts of the multiverse, as your friend says, you might be able to fight a little bit harder. But there's not enough time to collect them all. And you have no idea where to find them. They're not all even here in Adertha.
Sounds like
Yeah.
you may know where they are. Sorry.
No, I don't.
Can I insight check her?
You can. As she's talking to you, she's going to drop the telekinesis.
Was that an 18? 18?
You continue the shrug vest. Then you were insight checking what? Again, I'm sorry.
I asked if she knew. It sounds like she knows where they are. She goes, no, I don't. So I was checking to see if that was truthful or not.
You believe she's telling the truth.
Okay.
The only beings that truly know of all of the artifacts are the archaics, but they're long gone.
The archaics.
The archaics.
The archaics?
The archaics.
Archaics. Okay. Never heard of them.
They were the ancient race of the world before us. They were like giants, wise creatures. They could find surges in the world, bring the place back to order. They weren't from here, mind you. But they knew how to keep things in check, but no one's seen archaics since the Breakening.
So you're saying we need to find a race that may or may not exist anymore.
There's no use in finding them. They're gone, honey.
Oh.
I've really changed this character since this fight.
I love
She's
her
gone to a
story.
very different place.
Are they gone in the same way that there's nothing we can do about the end of the world?
Mm-hmm.
You're asking the wrong lady. I kind of see the world with the glass half full. Or the black coffee
half full. I drink black coffee. No sugar,
Half
no
empty.
cream.
She's definitely empty.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Well, we may not have the archaics, but we got a bug.
Little miss, if you shrug at me one more time.
Enter Martha.
Would you happen?
You just death raise your ass.
Would you happen to know of any artifacts here at Estremium's? Certainly, the hub of all magical knowledge on this world has to have amassed some understanding of where they are.
I don't like your tone.
I don't like yours.
Well, that's too damn bad.
How about this tone? Do you know of any stones here
Prefer that, yeah.
in Estremiums? In Estremiums. In
He never does that, so you know he's serious.
Yeah, the DM is moved. Is that I need to make a performance check for me with advantage.
Oh, thanks.
This woman's a sucker for opera.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. 27.
I like you.
I like you too.
I'll tell you a secret if you sing to me more.
Okay. I take requests.
Do you know the song? The Black Mage Returns?
I just made this up. This is not lore related. Kel's gonna create up the lore herself.
Yeah, if I sing this song for you, you'll give me a little more information about these rocks that may or may not be at Estremium or on a day.
I'll tell you what I know.
She's a gangster now.
Okay. What's the song name again?
The Black Mage Returns.
Okay. Look over there. She's coming around the corner. Look over there. She's wearing a pink hat. She's sneaking up behind you. She's a black mage. The black mage returns.
Okay. All right.
It's a warning song for children in the turn out.
Yeah, it's a nightmare song. Yeah.
It's like a little B-52s.
The black mage returns.
She's coming. All right.
Black bitch.
Guys, we need to do a B-52s inspired version of this now. Holy shit. Okay. These gifts, as your friend there says, they're powerful. Once they connect with a being, they can't be undone. So that's why I call them fate stones. Whether the fate of the stone chooses you or your fate finds the stone, I couldn't tell you. But what's done can't be undone. So your friend here says you found a few? That can only mean one thing. You don't really have to find them. They'll come finding you. These stones.
What if we found one, but like it hasn't found its match?
Then it's a paired stone.
A what?
It's paired.
A paired, like Paired?
That's right.
Like we need its sibling.
It's part.
Or, oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's very helpful.
Very.
Are paired stones usually in the same location, or it doesn't mean diddly?
If an explosion happens and debris flies everywhere,
Right.
who's to say if they're just to spread apart or be right next to each other?
That makes sense.
Would the piece that we already have help us find the other?
Like call to like.
I don't know about that. Stone matchmaking, Emily says. I don't know. Paige doesn't know either, actually. On that
Yeah,
one.
you don't have to know everything. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I was being sincere.
Okay.
We don't know shit. We're just trying our best, you know? That's the way you gotta live life, okay?
Uh-huh.
Probably not just sort of accept the end of the universe as we know it.
Do you believe in fate? Show of hands.
Halfway.
You either do or you don't.
I didn't think I did, and then more and more shit happens that seems to lock in with other shit. I don't know.
Well, I do. And let's just say the criteria, it didn't ever equal out for me.
Hey, question for you. If you could change your fate,
Don't
would
do
ya?
this.
Ah,
What's done can't be undone. Did you not hear what I said before?
I did.
now, back to the question of, is there a rock? Is there
She said
a
she didn't-
fate stone here?
What? She don't know. I'd nudge her and say, nah, she don't know if there's one here.
She leans into you, Finn. I'll tell you. Only because
you
I
know
like
where-
you.
You know where they are? Yeah, tell me.
I won't be Mage Emeritus after I tell you this.
What? Why?
It's a secret.
What? Where the stone is, or why you're not going to be by the Amarettus anymore.
The title comes with the responsibility.
Of protecting the stone?
I look after what's left.
Are you really ready to sacrifice all of that for us?
I'm tired.
I know. You deserve retirement, you know.
I've been working too hard.
Okay, come on. I'm ready.
Stremium's was built on fate stones, you could say. Those of great power helped us build the land underneath of us itself. But those fate stones, once linked to its founders, were stuck together. Couldn't be undone. And we lost those fate stones to time. There's one left. And as Mage Emeritus, it is my job to protect it. Make sure it doesn't get in the wrong hands.
Can you believe in us?
I don't, no. I don't actually, in particular.
Oh, okay.
But fate decrees otherwise, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
I understand we might all not agree about who believes in fate and destiny. But let me ask you a tougher question. If you are the only thing between us and the ending of the world, everything you know, good, bad, indifferent, are you gonna take everything in your power to stop it? This ain't no fun and games. If you think I'm fucking tired, imagine how tired you're gonna be when you all agree to this.
You're agreeing to it now, right? So, as tired as I feel currently.
We're ready. I'm ready.
So am I. And I put my arm around Finn.
Just wait till you see how tired Fate is gonna be once it tangles with us.
It wouldn't be worth it to not try.
I have heard.
And I'd hold Vera's hand for that one.
No. Squeeze it back.
I have heard that de jour means restless, never tired.
And one of our rules was what? To survive, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's one thing we do have to teach you about buttons are the rules of de jour, but we can go over it another time. But one of them is we have to survive. So I think we just have to save the world. I think that's included. That might just be a rule. That should be a rule.
Another is also not to disrupt commerce, and like the end of the world will really put a damper on that.
This is true.
It's actually the first rule of the jour.
It's commerce. Not disrupt trade.
We have lots of reasons.
We
I'm glad
really
you're all
just
taking
sort out
this so
our
seriously.
priorities.
So yeah, I think we're ready.
Du jour. You know, I kind of like it.
Nobody saves the world like this.
Joy.
Sorry.
This is unusual. I would like y'all to decide who in du jour is going to get the next fate stone from the Mage Emeritus. I want it to be something you guys agree on. Based on who you choose, give me some time and I might make a boon a little geared to that person. But let's take some time and talk about it.
Yeah.
We can offline about it.
If you'd like, we could do it offline or we could do it right now before we wrap up. Whatever you prefer.
I have no preference.
My vote is either for Finn or Bira. Bira because it's Estremium's, Finn because he convinced her to tell us that it was here.
My vote would be for either Bira or for Buttons.
I think it's an Estremium's boon.
I got 2. Tabira. Does Bira have any thoughts on the matter?
Vera's just consistently overwhelmed, but I don't have anything magical besides the deeds, so she would be kind of excited. And
about
herself.
Happy for Beer to have this one.
All right. Whoever you think is worthy, step up.
I'd nudge her forward.
Kind of looks a little scared at him, and then like takes a step. Hi there.
Thank you for bowing. It's the proper thing to do.
That's what they taught us. For a minute there, I kind of regretted it.
You'll see her kind of smirk, and as she's about to ready, I guess essentially a second summoning, she'll laugh and she'll look at it and she goes,
Technically, once you get this stone, by definition, you're the new Mage Emeritus. Though at this point it carries no true authority, respect, or title. It's just a formality, so to say.
I am a very talented wizard.
Good. Well, good luck, it's fucking heavy.
and you'll see she's going to stretch her arms out and press them on either side of the tree stump she sits in. And you can see she kind of reaches down to 2 limbs where the tree itself has kind of worked the roots, some of it like raised over the ground, some wrapping around the stone arches around you. You see her push down into those. Everyone, I kind of need you to hold on a little bit because the mountain itself moves underneath of you. And you'll see she's talking rather calmly as it starts to shake and like adjust. It starts to open up cracks, and you can see the earth that was wrapped around these stones before starts to loosen and fall. And what was holding these stone arches solid in place starts to shake free. And as Yutul pulls out what looks to be a similar stone you've found many times now. Well, I'll find a different way to describe it. I haven't figured it out yet, but there will be a visual difference. You realize that the Nexus has been essentially a secret star arch with the earth forged around it to hide its marking. Freeing this stone from its place frees the star arch, and you see these pillars that were dug into the ground, circling this tree trunk, now slowly start to reform in the air in an arch shape above you all. Which I know we weren't familiar at the beginning of the session, but many believe a star arch indicates either a place, a moment of great magical power. Sometimes people believe it indicates the birth of an important person or an important moment. The star arch reforms above you all as the Mage Emeritus of Estremiums hands you the last fate stone of a die to a member of de jure, Tabira Bendick. I think that is where we will wrap up tonight's session.
Hell yeah.
In addition to finalizing our travel plans, we will pick up essentially... Oh, I should have mentioned this during our announcements. We are off next week. Unfortunately, I have a last-minute work trip, so we are going to be off next week. We'll be back next Wednesday, but we will pick up 2 weeks from now as we are making our way from Estremiums to our next stop in the world of Adortha with a new directive in mind. Celine, I believe, is next. Finn's hometown. what did we like about tonight's session? What were some highlights?
Martha's sudden appearance.
Yes, so good. I loved Bira calling herself a very talented wizard. That made my heart melt.
I liked Brick just entirely ignoring being petrified.
Oh,
That I loved that too. The amount of times Brick's recent boon was, I literally didn't realize I made you a fucking beholder, like Slayer. I didn't realize. And Lou says dark mage rock lobster.
I like Finn's extremely successful persuasion with song, but I liked all of Finn's kind of like, I was struggling with how to say fuck you to like the dismissive end of the world conversation, and I thought Kelly did a really fantastic job of turning that on its head and in character and persuading her. It was really awesome.
When Sarah was really dumb and decided she was just gonna jump up into the star arch at the beginning, I just love that moment. She's like, I'm just gonna throw myself up there. It's fun.
Yeet.
And I just like the whole location. It was, and like the suspense of Sarah getting shot with a death ray.
Oh my god.
I was gonna pee myself a little, but I also enjoyed that very much.
I had a split moment of panic because even though I knew that was an option, I was like, it's like it's 1 in 10, and it also has there's all these things. And then I realized if it had happened, it would have been just like Wesley and Curse of Strahd, where you just die. You don't get death saves. You just die with Death Ray.
I would have died with that hit point amount.
Me too.
Yeah, oh yeah, same.
So, yeah, if it hit more than half of the rest of the party, we would have died. So,
Yep.
no more soul lead.
Yeah. TPK with just like one move.
So yeah, that was really cool.
We go on a farewell tour for Finn.
You bring my body back.
We do a
Kieran-
Boromir.
Kieran has a Revivify or Revive, doesn't he?
I have Revivify, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think that works for True Death. Revivify. Although I guess it wouldn't be True Death if it didn't go negative max HP.
Death is. I thought. I mean, I'll double check, but I thought death was death. You know what I mean? I thought like once you fail your death saves, that's death, and then all those things take into effect. All
Wait,
those
you're telling me
revivifies.
we could just revivify ourselves? Let's fucking go. Let's
Yeah,
fucking go, baby.
I have Revivify.
That's what you say until you end up a goblin.
Yeah, and
Revivify-
finish it like
Oh,
Matt
okay.
Paul.
It specifies that I can't return a creature to life that has died of old age or natural causes, nor can it restore missing body parts. But
Wait, why goblin?
Oh well, it's because you roll in a table technically when you revivify. You don't get to choose. You don't come back as human.
that's reincarnate.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so revivify is just
Is
you
the
come
one.
back with 1 hit point. Reincarnate means I take your soul and it goes somewhere.
Shit.
Also,
We just gotta keep baby Kieran alive at all times, at all costs.
yeah, the other thing that I want to do, and I talked to Sarah about this, but I have the spell Awaken, which means I can grant sentience and intelligence to an animal or plant that has 3 or less intelligence, which means that I can give Sarah a talking animal, like a sheep, perhaps.
Oh no, Paige. I give you this beautiful story, this beautiful session, and you repay me with a sentient sheep?
I love
What
it.
kind of accent? What kind of accent would the sheep have?
Precious.
I'm
Maybe.
high.
I have to think about this actually. It'd be something real goofy. We all know it. Any other highlights before I read some of the highlights from chat? Yeah, Wes.
I was just saying that when you said that, I thought you meant like it would have the same voice as Precious.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought
I was
too.
immediately offended. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But
It's like we're gonna keep going for that one.
I think one of my favorite parts was the character arc of U-Tool.
Yeah.
The voice
Beginning to-
change overall was quite.
I still feel pretty proud of what's it called, Jennifer Coolidge with her lips covered in her teeth.
I could
Yeah.
have not maintained that for more than 2 attempts. I'll have to practice my old lady voices a bit more. If as we're thinking of anything else, I do want to read. We have highlights from Emlu, our Dark Mage Rock Lobster, Brick not dying. Fusca says the Dark Mage Returns was a masterpiece. We all definitely agree on that. And then, does Bira have to teach the sheep to read too? Those are all very good questions.
Only if the sheep has to learn how to write its name first.
So technically, the sheep would be smarter than Brick.
Wait, how many?
Yeah.
It
there
gets a
was-
10 intelligence.
Yeah, there was a second where I was like, are you gonna say you're gonna make Brick awakened? Like she hasn't been a sentient thing.
Could you
Hey,
imagine?
hey, Brick, I know you're dumb. Here.
Here's a really smart sheep.
Do you guys remember what was it? What was the thing we ran where I had you guys talk to a sheep and it was like, oh, it was when you guys. I remember it was in Kursistron. It was after you killed Baba Yaga. You were
Yes.
you spoke with
Yes.
a sheep and he was like, I must protect
was
my
a
brethren.
goat.
And he was like,
He was
oh,
a
goat.
goat.
But he talks so seriously. That is extreme. That archetype is extremely funny still. We could always do that. Okay. Any other highlights before we wrap up? Okay. Some things I will mention. Again, next Wednesday, we will not be having our stream. I do apologize. I have a last minute work trip and it sucks, but we'll be back the following Wednesday. I also want to mention this Saturday, I am going to be guest playing on Roll for Felicity's stream. I do have her listed below as someone on my host list, so you should see her on my Twitch profile if you are not familiar with her. She is a longtime friend of the stream. She is also a streamer herself. She runs several different RPGs, and this Saturday she is running a system called Basic Witches, which is a one-page RPG. I've been a guest on it. This is going to be the third time I've gotten to play in the system. It's really goofy, and it's all a bunch of women playing witches, and it's super badass, and they're all in high school, so it's very much like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and we're having a prom. So if you are bored and you want to watch, please join us on Saturday night. I'm very excited. The first time I played, I bit an incel. I wish that was not the storyline. I bit an incel. And then last time I hosted a boat party. It was very cute.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, it was very cool. I do really like it. Anyway, that's enough of our stuff. I'm not going to do a raid. We're a little later than normal. And you know what that means? It's bedtime. So with that, thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun. Very interesting. And what do we say to the internet?
Good night, Internet.
Good night, internet.